Okay, let's restart this, huh? Let's actually do this podcast this time.
Okay.
If it's still there, we're just gonna act like it's not there. Okay.
I don't hear it anymore.
I don't either. I think we're good. Hello, everybody. You are watching to / listening to the McAllister Hours. I am your host, Coleman McAllister, obviously. And today we are joined by a very special guest. We've had her on before. We're just chilling, having a good time in this motherfucking bitch, Molly Reardon.
Sorry, I took a drink right when you said that.
was not ready for the intro. Jesus Christ. Oh God. It is uncanny. It seems like every episode I've had the last like 5 episodes, we have a technical issue of some kind.
It's tradition.
So it is tradition. Mm-hmm. It's like McAllister tradition.
It's not a real episode unless there's technical difficulties.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I would like to maybe not get to that point eventually. That would be nice. But alas, here we are.
I mean, fuck. What episode is this?
This is the episode 9. I'm shocked we've even made it this far. I'm even doing this 9 episodes later.
Dang. Look at you.
And I think all but 2 have exceeded at least an hour in length each thus far. And that was even a better time to be podcasting and doing crazy shit like this with the coronavirus going on.
There's nothing else to do.
Literally nothing else to do. Well,
no, there's nothing else.
Nothing else besides doing projects at home in general. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You would think with all this spare time that I would have perfected my podcast craft, but alas, here we are. It takes a while, though, I think, from what I understand. Now we're both still working. I didn't pull up any articles. I don't want to get too deep into the corona because fuck, everybody's fucking sick of it. I don't want this episode to be based on that, but we're both still working during this. How's my job has been very mildly affected by this. What about you? Can you tell me a little bit?
Yeah, my job has been severely impacted because people aren't allowed at the hospital anymore. So it's like a ghost town. There's nobody.
Damn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like, the parking lot being like almost empty.
Yeah, you get great parking spots every day. It's fantastic. Yeah. It feels almost like it's night shift. I've read 3 books this week.
Wow.
Like I'm on my 3rd book.
Let's talk about that. The books. One of them we have both read and we can talk about. Jesus, I feel like I'm off of this audio. Oh my God. This producer, fucking Jesus.
I'm taking over as producer now.
Yeah.
I'm the captain.
I'm signing a petition. Anyone who wants to do this for free, be my producer full time. We can work something out. I'll give you candy or something. Fucking gay. But anyways, talk about the books that you read. 3 books. Holy shit. I haven't read 3 books this
Okay, I mean, I can't
year.
really count. I mean, we'll go with 2.5 because I finished one of them. I didn't read the entire thing.
Okay, but maybe not this
like
week exactly.
Pages.
Okay, maybe not this week exactly, but you've read 3 books. Yeah. Okay, so what are the last 3 books that you've read?
Okay, so I read End of Watch by Stephen King.
Great shit.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one, but Stephen King's the
fucking... It's different than what he usually writes because it's like a trilogy and like it's about a detective.
So is it like a series of novellas or like a short story? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
like
it's not like its own. I mean, it is his own thing.
Have you heard of like Mr. Mercedes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's book 1. And then there's a second one called Finders Keepers, and then there's End of Watch.
That guy just has like It seems like he just has an enamored timer in his hands to just like write and just keep going. You hear of all these different things. Mm-hmm. It's great. I mean, it's his drive is really motivational, but it's kind of insane
Yeah.
how much
His brain
shit
is
he's written.
fantastic.
Yeah, like everything that goes on there. It's kind of reminiscent of like a bad acid trip, you know. That guy did a lot of shit. I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Apparently, did a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to be really big into drugs. And he wrote a lot of things, but I think most of his like work has been after the fact. I don't know.
So what's your favorite Stephen King book?
It.
Really?
100%.
I couldn't finish. I couldn't get into it.
So
It was
good.
too dense, man.
I think that's why I like it though. I like
get
the dense.
that.
Like I like the like incredible amount of details because then in my brain it's like a movie.
So yeah, well,
Which is why I like Stephen King so much, is because his books are so detailed and like they go so in depth.
you seem to be a lot better with like taking in large amounts of detail than maybe I am, or maybe some people are.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's just what.
Yeah.
That's just
like,
what I
yeah.
have observed.
Like it is the one book that I read and I like it didn't scare me, but it kind of like freaked me out a little bit. And that's hard to do.
Here, I'm gonna turn down your mic a little bit. I'm
Okay.
gonna have you talk a little bit closer to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if that helps a little bit of the feedback.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. As always, technical issues. As we're just saying. Yeah, I think that helped quite a bit.
Okay.
Just try to speak a little bit closer.
Okay. I can do that.
Cool. Yeah. Great book. I don't know. I really enjoyed the Gunslinger series. Did you get into those?
So I'm on book 5 of that.
Ooh. That's yeah. It's really weird. Gets like the last like 2 books are really bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
It like he tries to do like his own. It's almost like his own Harry Potter in a sense, you know. Mm-hmm. Like that 7 book. Like I don't
it's
know.
kind of getting that way. Like it's kind of taking an interesting turn.
It's a lot. It's like he's like completely created this entire interdimensional thing. Like, I
Right.
think people really underappreciate like that universe that he created in that book. Multi dimensions.
Right. I don't think people realize how much like skill it takes to be able to do that, like to create your own world.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about like every little aspect. But
every little thing going on.
yeah.
Like.
But yeah, the Gunslinger series is actually when I lived in Newton, driving back and forth every day from work.
Oh.
That's what I listened to.
Oh no way.
Yeah, because I'd go to the library and they have them on CD.
I remember
So I'd have,
that
like-
third one was crazy with the train.
Yes.
Oh, that guy was fun. That was like Thomas the Tank Engine, but it was like a nightmare. I just
Blame.
remember that really stuck with me. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Really
His
weird.
riddles and shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, and fuck, I want to pull some of that up actually. The art that went with that book,
The art.
that shit was fucking nuts. Oh my god.
I'm not 100% sure I know what you're talking about. Once again, I listened to them on CD.
Oh, that's right.
So it was like 40 CDs is one book.
Oh god. Maybe it's this
Okay, so-
guy.
What do you mean this guy? That's the cover of the first one.
Okay, so there was an artist that worked. Oh, okay, so it's this motherfucker. I think
Like I know, I'm not 100%
Michael
sure.
Whelan.
But there is like I know the cover was like a train with like maybe a skull on it or something. I don't know. Michael Whelan. Shoot, I gotta finish that series. I gotta remember that.
It's really fucking good.
It is. But like my problem is now that I read the first Gunslinger book. But
Small loan of $1 million.
I did, like, everything's been on tape and the same person has read those books, so then I associate that voice with the story, so then I don't want to read it, I want to listen to it because like I want to keep it up. But
Yeah,
I gotta find it.
I get that.
But then it's like now I don't drive 40
Okay.
minutes to work every day.
So this isn't the one I was necessarily
No.
thinking of, but this is still really good shit. This image always stuck with me quite a bit.
That one?
Let me zoom in. But that's like the tower.
Yeah, the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Surrounded in a field
this
of
guy
roses.
this guy just made some really dope shit
Yeah.
for these books. I distinctly
like
remember.
that.
Yeah, that one's super fucking gothic.
Oh, the Crimson King.
Oh yeah.
I'm not at that part yet. Don't say anything.
Fuck. I only read the series like once, so I'm not like super.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think
I'm gonna look this
actually
up, though.
maybe in recent time it is the only book I've read more than once.
I'm kind of retarded.
Love
I'm
that.
kind of retarded.
I'm gonna look this up.
Trainard. Yeah, that first one is what
Oh.
the cover is.
Oh, okay. Well, this was the cover for you.
Oh yeah, but then there's Charlie the. Oh.
See, this is the one that I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Charlie the Choo Choo. That's like the kids' book.
Well, they did
Yeah.
like the book, but then
Yeah.
they made it all fucking
Interesting.
creepy.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, that's really cool. Actually, that makes.
Yeah. So when I read that, I read the old edition, like from the library and shit.
Uh-huh.
That's what I remember reading.
Are there like pictures in the book when you read it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like not the whole book, but they were
Yeah.
like those old books. They had like they would commission the artists to do like
Yeah.
segments of like 10 or 12 images or
Yeah,
whatever,
Like in the
and they throw it in the middle.
Yeah.
It was like one of those kind of
Dang.
things.
I don't think I have that one, like physically.
That one's
That's
really cool,
the
though.
cover of the audiobook that I know.
Not necessarily what I wanted to do, maybe. So is that from the graphic novel, maybe?
There's a graphic novel? Interesting.
Well, that's really dinky. I mean, that was fucking bigger, but anyways. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Get that tattoo.
God, it's been a fucking minute. I haven't read those books in a fucking minute.
Well, if you ever need to borrow them, I got it. I have.
See, I can't
several.
read anymore though. That's my thing. Like I can't
You're
like
illiterate?
no, I'm not illiterate. I did get 10 pages into Hell's Angels.
Oh, good.
I did. But that was a struggle. See, my brain just wanders all the fucking time. I don't know if that's me smoking pot or like if me like just not just lack of practice, being used to reading on digital screens so much nowadays. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Can you read on a digital screen?
Like a book?
Yeah. Have you ever tried that? It's hard.
I can do it. I can't do it for long periods of time though. That's kind of my thing. Is like with the internet, you kind of like absorb information like a very quick, like scattered way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But
I
I feel like that's what's refreshing about books is that it like gives you a break from like that constant like feed of information, and it's just like
yeah, it's true.
we're just on
But your
like,
brain,
the same.
but like my brain still like kind of wants to operate like that. Like I can't
see.
like calm and
Yeah.
just be like, oh, baba. The bushes were green and blue and purple, and a man dressed in a black suit whose mother was Jewish and father was Irish, blah blah blah, etc. etc. You know, I don't know. I can't relax. I'm like, come on, man, fucking get to it.
I get it. You have to be in the right mood.
I'm always
That's for
I have
sure.
that like movie kind of brain where I'm
Yeah.
like I want things to like see.
Yeah.
I still view like film to be the purest art form. I think. I do truly think that. Ironically enough, as it's getting butchered, I do think
Yeah.
you can do some truly amazing things with film that you can't do with any other kind of medium.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But you can also do things with books that you can't do with any other medium.
I would disagree.
I don't know. I'm just a sucker for details. Like I like to get myself like completely absorbed.
No, I feel that.
So
And I mean,
And that's
fuck, I'm
my
not
problem
shitting
when
on
I read
Books
books.
are great.
like when I read books, like I become incredibly absorbed. Like at work, I'm supposed to be watching for like guests and stuff and making sure, like, especially right now, like only one parent comes in at a time, and I'm not even paying attention because I'm reading. And everyone comes by. Have you seen this person? No, I've been reading. I haven't been looking up.
Good job.
Yeah. But it's good to. It's nice
Model
to be able to
citizen.
read for fun for once.
No, I like that.
I haven't got to read for fun in so long.
No, it's good. It's good to do that. It's good for your brain.
Yeah.
That's why I've been trying to do it a little more. I've been trying to, like, especially this coronavirus, I'm trying to, like, set aside at like 20 minutes of my day at
Yeah.
least where I can just be like, okay, I'm gonna read. I'm just gonna sit down and read. I don't care how far I get. I'm gonna at
Right.
least fucking try it.
I feel like it's
So
important.
that's the start.
Like right now with everything going on, that we like just take a break from technology and stuff and like go back to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. To go back to like the
Like go
the
outside,
roots.
read a book. I mean
agreed.
technology, yeah, but like watch a movie.
Well, we might not be able to go outside here at some point. So
Nobody can
Dog might have
stop.
to shit
Nobody
in the
can stop me
porch.
from going outside. I will lose my. I have to be able to go outside a little bit.
I mean, worst they can do is just give you a fine. They're not gonna
Exactly.
arrest you.
I'll just go to like ledges. Just live in the wilderness.
That's gonna be all closed off, though. You don't think they would have thought of that?
You can't close off nature.
You can close off the roads.
Oh, I can walk.
Well, you could walk, but there might be somebody there. I don't know. Well, I doubt there be anybody there. Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Who the fuck's gonna be watching a park?
Yeah.
But still, probably not advisable.
Well,
Like,
I
how are you
mean-
gonna get there?
Driving.
But you're not gonna be able to drive because everybody's gonna be locked down. Like, they're gonna catch you driving over there before you even get there. That's the whole thing. I
Fair
mean, in
enough.
theory.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
We've never experienced a lockdown. I don't know anybody that's experienced
Right.
a potential lockdown, so it's kind of freaky shit. Nobody really knows what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the weird thing. But anyways, we were
Yeah.
discussing. We got completely fucking sidetracked for
My
like
bad.
20 goddamn minutes. No, not your bad. I'm the host, and I completely went off.
That damn producer.
God, this guy sucks. Seriously, I'm about to fire his ass. I already pay him next to nothing. I pay him less
Right.
than minimum wage already, but fuck.
Report you to the proper
I don't know.
authorities.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to beat him a little bit. Anyways, so you finished. What was the book called again?
End of watch.
End of Watch.
Yeah.
And what were the
And then I read Invisible Monsters that you gave me.
yes.
Yeah.
What was the other book you want?
Well,
read?
I'm not 100% done. I have like 50 pages left, but it's called Full Dark, No Stars.
That's Stephen King too.
Yeah.
So that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's that's the one that I tried and didn't get into.
Oh, really? It's like a collection of short stories.
Yeah, it's like 4 of them, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Novellas. I think it's
Yeah.
like novellas, the proper term between a short story
Yeah.
and a novel.
Well, yeah. Because, yeah, the first one's like 130 pages. 1922.
Oh, really?
Which is on Netflix, which we should watch some point. But,
Interesting.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. But I think maybe it's like... Because that's the first story, so that's why you would have started reading. I can see where that
Okay.
would be hard to get into.
Yeah, I just from what I remember, it was just
Yeah.
a chick driving. You know, that's kind
No.
of the age too where I was just like not really interested in reading. I really enjoyed
It has
reading
nothing to
when,
do with a chick driving. It has to do with a farmer murdering his wife.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. I used to read a lot when I was younger.
No,
Like,
I get-
Harry
yeah.
Potter, Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, all that shit. I was fucking
Oh,
so
yeah.
into it. And then
I mean, you
at
had to
some
read
point-
books for school. Like, they made you read. I don't
See,
know if
and
your
that's
school
that's
did.
kind of the problem. I mean, it's good that they make you do it, but
Yeah.
there's a certain point where it takes the joy away. Especially depending on
yeah.
the
Well,
the
I mean, like
content
in
they give
elementary
you.
school, like a lot of times they just require that you read for a certain amount of time. They don't care what you read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
that's cool.
I mean, obviously, I guess when you get older, people find the loopholes and they're like, "Oh, I got a comic book, and that's why 1,000 like."
I mean, it's reading. It's something. It's better than
It
nothing.
is, but it's not like I don't know.
No,
It's
I get
different,
it.
though.
I do get it.
I do see the argument that it's. I mean, I will say that's not necessarily like you're still like developing your brain.
Yeah.
It's still in a different way. It's not necessarily
Yeah.
bad, but it is good to read. It is good to enforce
is.
reading. Anyways, Invisible Monsters.
Yeah.
I loaned this book to her.
I read it in a day.
You read? Holy
Oh, well,
shit.
okay. Well, I read like 3 chapters, and then I read the rest of it in a day, in
Holy
8
fuck.
hours. I read fast, but also
Well,
it's good.
You got really. I mean, yeah. I think I read that book in like a week, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot for me. That's really fast for me. I don't usually read that fast. But what you really liked it?
I did. It was really interesting. I mean, okay, so being completely honest here, I haven't read anything but Stephen King books in the last like 3 years.
Oh,
So I've
really?
read Stephen King, and then I've read stuff for
So
school.
this was a good branch out.
So this is the first time I've read it. In a
kind
hot
of
minute.
similar authors too, in a way.
Yeah, but I mean, like the ridiculous amount of detail wasn't there, which is kind of why I like blew through it. But yeah, but
See,
it was
that's
super
why I like him because
he
like
just
very,
yeah.
it's very quick.
Yeah, well, that's why I was surprised how fast I went through it. But like, it's interesting because like his writing style was like it wasn't linear.
Yeah, it's all very juxtaposed.
So like you kind of have to piece together. Okay, like you have to make your own timeline of
Exactly.
like when things happened.
Yeah, you have to like figure it out the whole
Yeah.
time. You're just like, oh
Yeah.
wait, this happened. Oh
Right.
fuck.
Right, like I feel like the whole like it was like it kept jumping back and forth, and you started kind of piece like the backstory of like the characters, and then all of a sudden it was like plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, like back, and then it was done, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that was just the end.
That was his first book. So
Oh, really?
Mhm.
It was really good.
It is really good.
It was
for a
really
first book.
it was surprising. I didn't expect things.
And interestingly enough, it although it was the first book he wrote, it was like one of his later, like he had to publish a couple other books before he could publish that one, like Fight Club, namely.
Oh, really?
Because the content was so disturbing, nobody would publish it. Because it dealt with like trans, and and like the early
okay.
'90s, that was
Yeah.
like pretty.
Oh, is that when it was
pretty
written?
risque. Oh yeah, I think
Oh.
so. Early late '90s maybe. I don't know. Let's look it up.
Okay.
I was gonna pull up my
Interesting.
phone, but I don't have it.
I guess that does make a difference. Like thinking about the context.
Oh yeah, no, this is not by any means like a recent 99.
Well, yeah, I assumed it wasn't super old, but dang, that's 20 years old.
I don't know what the
Almost
fuck's going on with
21.
my internet. Yep, 99.
Dang. I like the cover your book had though, not that one. Like
Yeah.
with the like
Yeah, with the
reversible
face.
image. Yeah.
Well, it's just so I don't want to give too much away, but for those of you maybe listening and don't know anything about this book, it's about a model who gets her face disfigured, actually shot off, and her and other modeling friends perform a scam where they go to houses and they're like touring houses and they steal prescription medication and sell them. That's like
Yeah.
their whole thing is that's what they go around and do. And it's pretty crazy
That's like another thing that was like interesting for me.
how they went into detail with all that.
Yeah, but like I
Yeah.
feel like what you just said, like that wasn't even like the important part of the like I don't like it wasn't like almost like a plot.
Yeah, it
You
was
know what
all
I mean?
just kind of like
Like
part
yeah,
of,
they went to like mansions and stole drugs, but like there was no like central focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like reading Stephen King, it's like this happens, and like everything for like there's like important parts where it's like, oh yeah, I remember because of that, blah 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 blah. But like this book, I don't know how to explain it. Like it felt like like I don't know what the moral of the story was.
Well,
Besides like beauty's stupid.
that's kind of his whole like nihilistic take of everything, though.
Right, I liked it. I don't know, there
Yeah.
just wasn't something like I don't know how to
It
explain
wasn't
it.
concrete.
Yeah, like there wasn't anything I could like anchor into. I don't know.
So I guess like, so what would you rate the book? Like, or well, we're not even gonna do that. But like, so you enjoyed the book,
I'd give it like a
You
7
just-
or 8.
a 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So still really good.
Yeah, it was
you
really
just were
good.
like, I mean, that to be fair, that is the first thing you've written since, or read since like school,
Yeah.
work, and Stephen King. So
Yeah.
maybe it was a little bit of a
Yeah. It was
fresh
great.
opinion.
And maybe because I haven't read anything besides those things for a while, like it was even better. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. It was a great like intermission between things. But I'm back to Stephen King.
Well, you're about to read
Yeah.
Choke, right?
Yeah.
Choke. Fuck. I mean, Fight Club's probably the best book he read or wrote, but Choke's.
Do you
really
have that
fun.
one too?
I used to. I don't know what the fuck happened to it.
Dang.
In moving, I probably lost.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's the whole thing. You like, you're like sitting there thinking like, I fucking had this. God damn it! Fuck! It's somewhere. Like, I'm
Right.
not gonna like go through the effort to like try to go find it. But I'm better
Right.
off just like.
Like most of my stuff is in boxes still, so I'm like, I don't want to dig. I don't want to dig through anything.
Oh come on! You gotta go through the boxes.
I have nowhere to put it. I mean, like,
Well, that's why you have garbage bags and you throw shit away. Or you get, well, I guess.
but I mean, like, I have
Oh
like,
fuck! Right now, you can't really do anything. But
I've got like kitchen stuff and like house stuff. Like, I'm not putting that shit out right now because I have no use for it. But I will have a use for it eventually. So it's gonna stay in boxes.
I see.
Yeah. Although you can have some of my kitchen stuff if you want it.
I think I'm good.
I don't have very much. I have plates. I have
See,
plates and
but
cups.
you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it because then it'll just motivate you to like cook and shit.
Oh,
It's healthy.
I don't have any pots or anything. I don't have any like thing really for cooking besides like the stuff I brought to my old house, like cups and plates from college and some Batman stuff. But like I don't have any cooking utensils really.
Oh, well, that's a tragedy.
I mean that stuff was
invest.
taken.
Oh, it was taken.
It was taken by
you
other
lost
people.
It? Fuck.
Yeah, well, I
I lost
just,
all my good cooking shit too.
I mean, okay.
We're not gonna get into
No,
it, but-
not super personal, but like my ex took all the cooking stuff before I moved out of the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she
Oh.
actually smart enough. She didn't check the dishwasher, so I had one pot to cook soup in for a week. I mean, I went to my parents' house and I got some cooking utensils from
Yeah,
them,
there
but
you
that's
go.
how it went down.
Holy shit! Fuck that.
Oh goodness, good
shitty.
times.
Whew. Yeah, I guess
Yeah, memories.
memories for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Chuck Palahniuk.
Okay, let's go back to this book, Choke. What is this
Oh.
book about? I know nothing
Ooh.
about it except.
Well, I don't
want
want to give too much away
Just
because
give me a synopsis.
it's actually a quicker read than Invisible Monsters. Quick synopsis: a man has like a dying crazy mother, and he performs this scam where he goes to restaurants and he pretends like he's choking and like pretends to almost die, and like people like give him money, and he like pays for his
Interesting.
mom's shit to try to get better. That's about
Okay.
as much as I can give, but it's
That
like
makes-
it's the same. It's very like very all over the place, juxtaposed. Like you don't really know what the fuck's going on, but very interesting. Like
Have-
very like and well, he's a sex addict. That's like his whole thing.
okay.
So
Have you read a lot of books by
by
this
that
dude?
author,
Yeah.
those two, and then Fight Club. And
Because
then
those are all about scams.
pretty much. That's like a lot of
Like,
his
or a
work
lo-
is that.
I
kind
was
of,
gonna
kind
ask
of
that,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I see. Well, that makes more sense why there's like an anatomy figure of a human on the front.
You're a little curious about that.
Yeah.
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 No, it is really
It
good.
strikes my morbid curiosity of the human body.
No, my mom got that book from me. She got that one, and she got Perfume, which I have not finished Perfume. I kind of felt bad diving into Hell's Angels without
Without finishing
Perfume.
the other one.
Yeah. But God, it's just so dense.
Can you do that? Like, I personally, if I'm starting a book, I can't not finish it, even if I hate it.
See,
I have to finish
that's
it.
I can so well. That's like why I can't read.
Oh.
It's like I get so like unless I'm like fucking in it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like actively trying to spend like 60% of my free time like reading this and
Yeah.
like, getting into it. Unless I'm at that level with reading, I don't give a fuck. I'll just like put it away, and
Yeah.
then like months will go by. I'll like try to pick it up, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, like I kind of remember what's going on, but I'm still not interested
Right.
enough to like really invest my time.
Yeah.
Like even probably the last book that was actually pretty decent I abandoned was the second Girl with the Dragon Tattoos. I think the Girl Who Played the Fire. I abandoned that one. Like actually abandoned the movie too, believe it or not.
I watched the movie, I think. But like my dad
Really?
read those books and he loved them, and I kind of want to read them. But
They're interesting. But like, see, you would actually like that probably more than I would because it's extremely detail oriented, like to
okay.
a point where you're just like, oh my fucking god.
right,
But at least, oh shit. At least in the first one, like the subject matter is so raw and so like so compelling and interesting. Like just all the crazy weird sex shit that, and like murdering shit that happens in that first
Ooh,
one.
murdering.
Have it?
Yeah.
You have seen that, or
Well,
do you know what happens in the first one, or
kind of. I saw the movie.
you did? Okay.
I did a while ago. I remember there's murders in it. And I remember there's a
be a little
motorcycle. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you don't need to be like that close, but you're just like, oh, all the way back there.
I know. I'm sorry. I move around too much.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, like, personal space.
See, but that's kind of the cool thing about that microphone is like if you just get
like
into the
start
habit,
like going back and forth.
Well, that's what they
Okay,
do. Like,
no, I don't wanna do
you can get in
I
the
don't wanna
habit.
break it.
But that's the thing. You don't
Oh.
need to. It's like
That was your Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, whew, okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure like nothing important
No.
happened. Shit, I don't know. But yeah, that's what Choke's about.
All right.
It's good shit. We should like fuck. We both need to like pick a book and read it. I think.
You want to do like a book club?
Yeah, like we could do a book club with just us.
That'd be
Maybe we can get
fantastic.
Teresa on it because Teresa
Yeah.
reads too. I'm pretty sure.
That'd be a lot of fun.
You guys gotta start out slow for
Yeah.
me. All right.
All right. We'll start out with like
You gotta start
Cat
with
in
some
the
like
Hat,
dumb like
Dr. Seuss.
fuck you. Not. What if we just like had the merit like you have to go out and buy every Dr. Seuss book and read every single
Oh my
one.
God.
You spend like $200.
Jesus. I did a school project
more
one
than
time
that.
and I had to like get like 50 of it was ridiculous. I got everything from the library they owned.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's a lot of Dr. Seuss. I've never done a book club.
That guy was
though.
That guy was crazy.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I went to go see. Before I was living in Des Moines and was just visiting. My dad was visiting my uncle, who's a retired state trooper in Atlanta, and he served in Iraq. He's a very interesting character. But
That's
anyways,
the cop one?
That's the cop.
Okay.
Yep. Well, retired
Yeah.
cop, but one's a cop, always a cop, as they say. But not really with this guy though. He's he's really chill.
Good.
Like fuck, we were hanging out before my wedding, and I think he had been retired by then, and I was all stoned. He didn't give a fuck. He thought it was funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit about any of that. But anyways,
I mean, I think he'd care if you murdered someone, but
well,
I'm sorry.
well, of course, I would hope so. I would care if you murdered someone. I'd be like, whew. I don't know if I can have Molly on the podcast anymore. She has to be in a straitjacket the whole time. Or like, you ever see Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, yes. I own that book. I
course.
haven't read it yet, but I own it.
I haven't read the book.
I have the book.
But anyways, so what book are we gonna? What do you think?
I don't know. Something simple.
Something simple that I haven't seen the movie. I think that's the
Okay.
key. I have to have
No
not
movie.
seen the movie.
Okay.
I have to have not seen the movie. To
Okay.
it.
Okay. I'll figure something out.
Can't think. Well, shit. You just read Stephen King,
I
don't
know.
you?
Ooh, wait. Do you like nonfiction books?
Depends. Usually pretty hard for me to get into it. But I don't know. I guess it
That
depends.
maybe wouldn't be a good idea.
Like, have you ever read Night by, I think, Elie Wiesel. I think I'm butchering that name, but it's about the Holocaust. Being a little boy in a concentration camp.
It was
Really
an option
disturbing.
to read for one of my classes, but I didn't.
Really disturbing book, but very good, very well written.
Yeah.
But that's like a really quick read. That's like only 120 pages,
Okay.
something like that.
Do something like that. Or let's see. Have you read In Cold Blood ever?
No.
By Truman Capote. Is it Truman Capote?
Ooh, Capote, that would be
Yeah.
good. 'Cause
It's
he's
nonfiction, but it's actually really interesting. It's I don't
Capote.
know, I really liked it.
Well, but we gotta find something. But like, by author would be a good
Yeah.
good way. So Capote, I've never read anything by Capote. So let's see what he's read.
I've only read In Cold Blood. I had to, well, it was an option to read for school.
Oh, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh!
You know, have you ever read that or seen that movie?
Nope.
I
That's
haven't
with
either, actually.
Audrey Hepburn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like that's like one of the few that I've like
I just know the song.
I've never seen the movie. It is a novella. Well, fuck it. We should
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. So what do you want to say? Well, fuck. What on break we'll maybe we'll see where we can get it.
Yeah.
How we can go about doing that, but
Yeah.
what do you think? A novella? We could probably do that in a week. Give ourselves a week to do that. What do you think? Is that too much, or not
No.
enough time?
I could have it done in a couple of days, probably.
Well, good for you.
So it's more of like what pace you're at.
A week.
I'm a fast reader
Probably
in
a
general.
week.
Plus, I can just read at work.
Probably a week. I would have to
Okay.
be able to divide it out.
Yeah.
As to where I'm forcing myself to read it.
See?
You know, it's funny. This actually reminds. As I was looking at Breakfast at Tiffany's, I immediately. The reason I thought of that is because there's an episode of Seinfeld I just watched where George is in a book club and he actually has to read that very same book.
Oh, really?
And to avoid reading it, he goes to the video rental store and he looks up who owns. They're out of the video, and he looks up who owns or who's renting the video, and he goes to their house and causes a whole scene, makes him spill everything, and they kick him out. He doesn't get to watch it.
Oh.
It's funny. It's good shit.
Oh my god. I don't think I've seen that one. I don't know.
You haven't seen that episode?
I don't think so. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I've watched it for so long, over a long period.
See, and that's the thing. When I was growing up, my parents loved that show, but they never let us watch it growing up.
Oh, that's
'Cause
one of the
they were
ones
so,
my parents would let me watch.
Well, they were so anti-sex. My parents were just so
Well, certain episodes I was never allowed to watch.
Yeah.
We would because we have the first couple seasons of Seinfeld on DVD. So I don't even know if I've seen them to this day, but I know the Junior Mint and the Mango. I don't know what either of those ones are about, but I wasn't allowed to watch them.
Oh shit! Is the mango? Jesus, I was trying to be clever and whatever. Is the mango even sexual?
I have no idea.
I've seen that one so many. I've seen that one so many times. Can't even think of it. So the mango is where Kramer. There's this fruit shop. And Kramer can get the perfect mangoes. Or no, he gets a mango and it's not perfect, so he tries to return the mango and the guy doesn't accept it. And then he kicks Kramer out, and then Jerry gets caught trying to buy him another mango, and he gets kicked out too. And
Yeah.
it's
Well, I'm
a
sure
whole
there's
thing.
some underlying other plot line.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sure there's
I
some
don't know.
sexual thing. I don't know.
I mean, maybe even not sexual. I don't know. My parents were kind of weird.
But
that
that
kind of
was the
stuff.
whole thing about that show is they made sexual references, but it was
Yeah.
never out of line or
Right.
over the top.
Subtle.
Yeah, very subtle. What's there's the episode where they're talking about circumcision, and they're talking
Yeah.
about penis the entire show, but they
Yeah.
never say the word penis.
Right.
But
There's-
the whole time you know what they're talking about.
Right. There's one they're talking about abortion or something, but it's
Oh.
not even. It's about something else entirely.
Yeah.
and I don't remember
yeah,
what,
I think
but-
that. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of those episodes where
It's
like
clever.
it was edgy for that time, and
Yeah.
then like nowadays it's like,
Nowadays, people don't have to be subtle about it. They just
have you ever seen the kids react to Seinfeld? It's fucking
No.
so stupid. All these people, all these like teenagers, these like social justice warrior people like react to Seinfeld.
is that one of like the like Fine Bros?
Yeah.
Didn't they do something bad?
Alone of a million.
I think they did. I don't remember exactly what.
I remember they got a lot of shit for something.
It's probably this. We're not gonna watch the whole fucking thing because fuck that. If my internet even decides to work.
Welcome to Does It Hold Up, the new show where we take a look back at content from the past. We brought in some young people who fit the original 18 to 29-year-old Seinfeld.
Like I can't even stand this
I've
shit.
always heard about it, but then it was never on Netflix.
We had them watch a handful of full episodes before
Oh
we began to
fuck,
shoot.
my
Watching
sound
Seinfeld
isn't
on my
even.
own for this episode, I was a bit confused.
We'll be showing them some highlights.
Not
To
that.
the question,
No.
does it hold up?
Goddamn producer.
Yeah, this producer sucks.
I'm telling you, I'm taking over. I'm your new producer.
You don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Hey, an original. Gee, I just
Tempted. It's very tempting to play all those
There we
toys.
go.
bullfrog.
It's hilarious seeing adults act like this over toys.
Jerry, what are you doing?
I'm putting this on him, and we're going to the sink.
You're priceless.
Dude, I'd be offended too. That's my dead dad's stuff.
I said no.
No means no.
He wants
just-
to play with her toys.
This episode kind of made me a little bit uncomfortable That was hand. with like
Like-
the premise.
They just don't understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
An aspirin.
I mean,
Oh, I remember this part.
It
they're not
Yep.
that much younger than us.
will not cause
Right?
drowsiness.
No, they're like our age.
Okay.
Man.
May cause.
I just find it surprising that like people our age.
This would
I
totally
don't
be
know, like I grew up on the
controversial
old
in a-
stuff,
in a
like
day
what my
today.
I
parents.
think most
used to
people
play.
did. I think they
funny.
pulled
I
these people out of like
Right?
the,
Did they like
Show came out in
selectively
the
pick these people who would
70s,
like
right?
especially get offended?
Yeah. That's their
Yeah.
whole. It's like
Not
it's
even
like.
chilling.
Like
you
I
know,
get it, like
Vice
it's
or
not entertainment,
whatever.
but
So
Or,
if this episode that first aired
not
in
accurate.
1997 aired today in 2018, does it hold up?
No, it's hilarious that people thought.
I feel like it still holds up. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
think that show's
stupid
good.
ass shit. Well, I think we should take a little break,
Okay.
and then because I am running low, I need some alcohol. We need to get. Oh my god! This fucking. Hopefully that stops forever.
Calm your tatas.
I
It's
do need to call
fine.
my tatas.
Yeah.
All right. We will be back very shortly. It never fails here at the McAllister Hour studio. Always a technical difficulty right around the corner. This time in the form of the main camera once again not working properly.
It died.
Yeah, it died unfortunately.
Rest in peace.
We are geniuses here at the McAllister Hour studio. This producer is fucking
I was
terrible.
about to say,
I'm about to
who's
fire
we?
his ass. Oh. It's all your fault, Molly. You're cursing the entire fucking thing.
No.
Yeah, you really are. You're cursing the entire fucking production. Get out! No, I'm just kidding. You're my guest. I need you. Fuck it, I'm spilling my beer.
A mess already.
Already a mess. Already a mess. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Oh, that's right. We were talking about Seinfeld.
Yeah.
The stupidity of
This was okay.
Twitter would explode.
Children.
Seinfeld would get backlash.
God, no. If we saw that on TV today, people would be like, you better believe that every single person who worked on the show would probably be fired. No!
It is on
could be a
TV
lot
today.
worse, but he's
Yeah.
still, like, putting a woman to sleep. So that
They
he
still
can play
play
with
it.
their
Yeah.
belongings.
You probably could, because the things on TV right now.
Are you an
In terms of like how entertaining it was, for me, it does really hold up.
I don't think
I feel like Seinfeld
fly
was,
at all.
I mean,
No, this would
maybe
not
I'm
be
just
okay.
dumb,
Ever
but I
since,
didn't think it was that edgy.
The like Me Too movement and
Like
stuff.
like we
has
said, it
At
was
the time it
subtle.
was.
stuff like this
Yeah.
would be way too sensitive.
But like nowadays, like everything is so blunt.
This pissed me off.
Like I don't get
My
why
mother
this
caught
like
me.
offends them.
I remember this.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
I don't know why this episode pissed someone off.
How during this conversation they
What
never say
episode is this?
masturbate.
Oh.
She got you? Where? I stopped by the house to drop the car off, and
I'm surprised he's so open about this whole interaction.
I am never doing that again.
Give me a break.
Right. You don't think I can?
No chance.
That is a great fucking
You
episode.
think you could?
Well, I know I could hold out longer than you.
Then they make it a contest.
Yeah, they do.
Sure, how much?
$100?
This is the one where like George gets smarter, right?
Count me in on this.
Smarter.
Like
Kramer.
from
That's like
not.
the one thing I got out of it. Kramer.
I don't know, maybe.
I want to be in on this too.
And
He
then,
becomes the master of his own domain.
or maybe that's yeah. Okay.
You're a woman.
Yeah.
That's the whole joke.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page.
Kramer like turns around after 10 seconds. We're not gonna watch this
No.
15-minute long pile of garbage, but you get the point.
Yeah.
People are over fucking reacting. Over
It's all
stupid
for
shit.
entertainment.
Yeah, but what was? Because I kind of want to look that up. Because I think you're right. The Fine Bros did get in some kind of trouble, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure.
Didn't one of the guys get nailed with some kind of crazy shit?
It was, I want to say it was some sort of
Um,
legal mess.
Let's see. Let's see what the
Back in the day when I used to watch YouTube.
React World controversy. Let's see. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, because
Yeah, that's right.
because they were trying to stop people from doing.
They were trying to like stop people from reacting to their reacting videos.
That's right. And then they were in a whole legal deal.
Right, it's like
Yeah.
you can't stop people from reacting to your like you can't trademark your stuff
yeah,
when you're
Jesus Christ.
just using other people's things too. That's right.
Yeah, that just surprised me.
I think there's like a PewDiePie video on it or something.
There probably is.
Probably because that's all I used to watch.
Oh, PewDiePie was the shit. I mean, he's definitely like morphed as a content creator.
Yeah. He was like the first like gamer I ever got into.
He was like the first gamer, period. Like, really to like really like make it that level where he's like making a living off it.
Yeah.
He's worth so much money. Like
Oh,
literally
man.
just making YouTube videos. That's all he's ever done. It's insane.
Yeah, actually last night I was wearing a PewDiePie sweater.
Fine, bro, fist. Did I ever show you the video where Max Mofo and Filthy Frank they all get that one guy to get a PewDiePie tattoo?
Yeah.
I did show you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got like the little thing on his butt.
Yep.
And then they like went around like showing it. What would you do if someone just came up to you and like showed their butt tattoo?
I'd be like, damn.
Would it, okay,
Like,
let's
can
start.
I feel it? Can I touch it?
Would it matter though, gender?
No.
No.
If it was something like just like you want to see my butt tattoo, I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, whatever.
Well, okay, look, you just said like, can I feel it?
Oh, I
Like,
mean,
would you like grab up on a guy's?
no, I
butt
would only
tattoo?
want to feel a girl's ass. So that's definitely sexist type bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an opportunity to feel bananas, I guess.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell
And don't
you.
feel someone's don't ask to feel someone's fresh tattoo. That shit hurts.
Well,
Don't.
not
That's-
a fresh tattoo, maybe.
That's what my dad did. My sister, when she first got her tattoo, he's like, "Show me," and she like stuck her arm out and he slapped it, and she had just gotten it, and she was in so much pain.
How do your parents feel about tattoos?
Depends. They both have tattoos. but they're
okay.
extremely meaningful.
I see.
Yeah, like
so
my
they're
da-
smart.
Yeah.
They're not dumb.
Are you trying to say something?
No, I honestly wasn't. The fact that you took it that way maybe tells me something.
No, I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I've gotten a lot of I've gotten a lot of shit for my tattoos. That they're stupid. But
My dad would have a lot of shit to say. But,
ooh, your dad would hate my tattoos.
Fuck that. You know?
All of them. Yeah. No.
What?
Yeah.
Do you want to show everybody your tattoos? Is that something you want to do?
I can do that.
Go for it.
To which camera? There's three.
Hopefully the main one's
The
working
main one?
now.
Okay.
Did we ever start the main camera?
I don't know.
I think we did.
Here, I got it.
Just see if it's like on and like that red dot's going. You'll be able to tell pretty easily.
Yes.
It's going. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, show the camera. Show the main cam.
Okay. Well, I have this Fall Out Boy tattoo on my right arm. And then I have I can't flip it. There we go. It's an It tattoo. It's on my left. I can't show the other ones.
We float down here too.
Fuck. No. I don't think my leg goes that high. Anyway,
Okay, well, just describe it.
Okay.
So you have a...
I've got a Batman symbol on my right ankle.
Yeah, that one's actually
Foot.
pretty dope.
Yeah, that's my
It's like a
first-
bat. It's like a bat symbol, and it's like
It's supposed to be breaking off into
breaking
other
off
little
into
bats.
other little bats. Yeah.
Yeah. And then on my left...
That's the what? From Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, it's from the original Alice in Wonderland book, one of the sketches of the Mad Hatter
Damn.
holding a piece of toast.
Now, that guy was really fucked up.
Yeah. That's I got a lot of crap, especially for the Mad Hatter one, because I didn't think that one through very much. Maybe like a couple months, then I was like, I'm getting it. But like I read Alice in Wonderland for school in high school.
So when did you get your first tattoo?
I was 19.
Okay, so I mean,
I waited.
You're
I
an
waited
adult.
a whole year. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean-
I didn't even get my like regular ears pierced till I was 18 and an adult.
Oh damn.
I waited because I was scared of needles. I got like at least 10 piercings when I was from 18 to like 19. I went a little cray-cray.
Damn.
I mean, they were all on my ears and my nose. Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I have no piercings and no tattoos. I am scot clean as of now. We were gonna venture off and get some stuff, but
Yeah.
didn't happen.
But coronavirus ruins everything.
Coronavirus ruins everything,
know.
boys and girls.
I mean, this is
Everything.
totally TMI, but I knew this one guy when I was 18, and I was just getting my piercings, and we were having a conversation at work, and he told me he got his dick pierced. Like I didn't know him that well.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god!
we were
Why?
like acquaintances. And he's like, yeah, I only have one piercing, and I got it on a bed. Like, I was drunk, and I got it on the bed. And I was like, oh, you should show me. And he was like, oh, no, I can't do that. And I was like, why can't you do that? He's like, if you think about it, you'll understand. Which at the time, I was like an innocent little lamb. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah.
I've
it's
never
a free country.
No, I've never seen anything like that before, so.
See, my question with that
Yeah.
is, would you have to be erect or flaccid? Like, how would that?
No, it wouldn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It depends. Okay, there's different kinds. I have since researched this.
Oh wow!
There's different-
Oh, we're with an expert today on penis tattoos.
No. No, first of all, Jesus Christ, don't make me sound terrible. I think, I know one of them's called the Prince Albert. And I think that's where you, I think that's where you get the tip of the penis pierced. Ow. So you don't actually have to, be like erect or anything, because they could just, right.
I've heard, like,
You can
I
also
wasn't
get your
even
scrotum
thinking about
pierced.
that. The piercings Oh my god.
Yeah, not
people
tattoos.
like guys will like get their shaft pierced and shit.
Yeah.
I don't even understand like why. Is it like the whole like the pain pleasure sensors are mixed? You think?
Probably. I don't know.
Like so when they get erect, they're just painful, so they're like
okay.
instantly
it
like.
It wouldn't be painful after a while. It would be just like a sense of pressure. I don't know. I'm not a boy. I don't have that thing.
It.
I know for like ladies, when they get their business pierced.
So what's it called?
Prince Albert. You see?
I like how it's a cucumber.
Right.
That's funny.
That's good. We're
generally
keeping it PG.
What was that?
Keeping it PG.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
What is a Prince Albert piercing? Well, Molly here has explained it to us. There's actually a long history behind it. What the? Wait, what? What the fuck? It takes weeks to heal, and there's quite a bit of bleeding.
Whoa.
Oh, and you do get pee out of both holes. You pee out of both holes. Oh no! I didn't even think about that.
My dude, how much do I have to pay you?
There's no money on the face of the earth as to where I would to get that done.
Not even $100. $100. Just get it done. You can take it out after it heals.
Yeah, and then I still have a second hole that I have to pee in.
No, it'll close. It'll close.
No,
it'll close.
It says right here. But if you're consistently peeing out of the holes, then
okay. Do you see the diagram? Oh wait, just kidding. That's a ring. I thought.
Shit! I can't show that. I just realized that.
No, you can't show that.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Blur it out.
We're gonna have to just.
Why did we get on this topic? This is inappropriate.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Why do people do that? What's the point?
All right.
I don't get it.
Question for you. Does that cause you physical pain right now? Like thinking about it, does that cause pain?
It doesn't cause pain.
Or
discomfort.
Really?
I'm envisioning the tip of my penis just getting stabbed into and then hooked, and then you just have
it's real quick.
Fucking it's
all right. So
and then you're just peeing out of two holes.
Yeah.
That sounds insane.
That sounds like a lot of fun, but
a lot of fun.
Yeah. But
oh my god.
I don't. Guys peeing in general sounds like fun because you can
fun.
You can write your name and your pee. That's
not how that works.
You.
I mean,
can you?
I mean, I'm sure. In
the snow.
I don't know. You can't really control it like that. It's not like you have a wand and you're like, yeah, what's up? Woo.
It's not.
No, it's really not.
Wow. Okay, but if you were to get away from the whole penis talk, if you were to get a piercing ever, what would you get?
I would probably get, I don't know, probably my ear.
Just like a regular, just one?
No.
Would you do one or both?
I would just do one.
The gay ear? Which one is that?
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard of the gay ear.
Back in the day, when we were kids, if you pierce I want to say it's your left ear, but I could be wrong. But if you pierce your left ear, just your left ear, people would say that means you're gay. That's the sign without coming out.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Left ear.
Yeah.
So it's just another step in the closet, essentially.
Yeah. It was like a secret code almost. Because, that used to be, I don't really see it anymore, but it used to be a thing where guys would just pierce one ear. And that was, cool. They'd put, a big diamond in one ear. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, maybe not in small town Iowa, but
Yeah, it was quite different. I didn't meet my first homosexual man until I was like 17 in high school.
really,
That was a really big deal. There being a gay guy. I was like,
yeah.
people are gay.
I don't know when I met my first gay person, because this guy that I went to elementary school like since kindergarten, 100% gay.
Well, the joke that my friend always makes
But-
that you know. I always tell her that. She's like,
Yeah.
that you know of. It's like, well,
exactly. Yeah. One of my best friends is gay, and it was never something like you can't, maybe a little bit now, but you couldn't like look at him and be like, oh, he's gay. He was very
not
Yeah.
gay seeming.
yeah.
But I guess that's kind of the fundamental problem. So you shouldn't just like
Right, you can't just stereotype, because all kinds of people are gay.
like I've always people thought I was gay in high school, and people always kind of mounted me to be like a very feminine person. Well, I mean I am kind of a feminine person, so
don't
that
see it.
really
Yeah.
maybe I kind of grew out of it, but at one point I was very feminine
But
in high
there's
school.
nothing wrong with being feminine.
No, exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem with men, is like this toxic masculinity, where like
I
any
don't
sort
believe
of
in
feminine
that,
and emotions is like not okay.
I wouldn't put under the umbrella of toxic masculinity. I think that's a bogus statement.
No,
but
it's real.
it's not toxic though. It's just like
It is
stupid.
because, I mean,
no,
it's
just stupid. It's just like that doesn't make it toxic. Like there are men who have low IQs and they are filled with testosterone. They're like and they're like apes. And then there are intelligent men like me who are also masculine, but who also have a brain and can deter from that.
What I mean by toxic masculinity is the idea that like a lot of guys grow up feeling like they cannot express their own emotions, and like they can't associate themselves with anything like remotely feminine without like freaking out and being like homophobic and shit.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is that toxic though?
It is toxic because I mean it's not teaching healthy coping mechanisms at all. Like boys are being taught to like bottle their emotions, and like especially with like porn, like at a young age, like it's teaching boys that like women can be treated like shit and it's okay.
But there's a fine line, isn't there? Like there's a difference between like being completely smothered in, being like, you can be anything you want to be, and kind of being like, hey, you need to like, I think that's kind of part of it too, is like, sometimes you do need to kind of pull yourself up by your bootstraps and be like, you need to get your fucking shit together.
Yeah.
And but that's not even relevant to gender. I mean, women should do that too.
No, there's a difference between that though and not being able to express.
I understand.
Like real men don't cry.
No,
that's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
But that's what people teach their boys.
Well, yeah, and a lot of that has to do with, I think that has more to do with miseducation and lack of education.
Yes, and that's the problem. Especially like young boys like are like okay, I'm about to get real preachy.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. Getting real here.
Like as a kid, like growing up, like there's boy toys and there's girl toys. And there's boy activities and there's girl activities.
Yeah.
And like girl activities are like playing house and like cleaning and shit. And if any, like a lot of times if boys do that, like especially because, I mean, dads, because they're men too, or be like, no, you don't do that. You don't do the girl things. Like there's a reason in advertising that for like boy toys, like it's boys. And like gender neutral toys, I mean, let me backtrack. Gender neutral toys, like a lot of times in advertising will be shown with boys, because boys can look at that and be like, oh, okay, and other boys are playing with it, I can do that. And girls can look at that and be like, all right, like I can play with boy toys. But like specifically boys like feel like they can't play with girl toys. Like for instance, I had a professor in college, and her son, he liked purses. So he brought a purse to daycare, and his dad, like, flipped out, was like, you can't be carrying that around, and, like, freaking out on him. And she's like, let him be. He's just being creative. It has nothing to do with being a boy or a girl. It has to just, he's a kid. Let him use his imagination. Let him grow up and figure that shit out.
You
know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, I will fight you. Like, we can take a break from this podcast and I can slap the shit out of you. It's okay for little boys to play dress up and play house. Like, that's okay. They're just developing their brains. It has nothing to do with boys or girls.
Well, I did that growing up too. I don't think that's the question. I think some of what you said, there's like, there's actually a lot of like gender studies and like child research to back up like the reason that boys and girls like play with different things and are interested in different things.
I mean,
there's a lot of science behind that.
A lot of what I'm saying.
But I do understand what you're saying and the fact that, I guess you just have to be careful because there's like making blanket statements where like these things aren't relevant, therefore they don't exist. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like boys shouldn't do this, therefore they're not predisposed to doing that. Like I don't think that's true. Yeah. But I do understand like that unhealthy presence of like a dominant male force. Like say you live in like rural Iowa and like a really Christian conservative town. You have 3 older brothers and an alcoholic dad. Yeah. And they all beat on you like physically and emotionally and like it's you girl. Like let's say you're like artistic in that situation. That would be a very hard life for someone.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, okay. A lot of what I'm saying is coming from like years of like I learned this shit in school.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like I've taken like a lot of sociology and a lot of psychology classes, obviously, but
yeah, I mean that would be good for your degree. Yeah, I would think
kind of part of the deal. But you just like you have to be open to the idea. Like,
open to the idea of what exactly?
Like you might personally be like, yeah, well, I didn't have that experience. That didn't happen growing up. But like it happens to everybody's experience is different. You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
The possibilities of how things can turn out is just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, no, and I do agree with you in that sense is that it should be left to be more open-ended.
Yeah.
In that, like, somebody should be able to discover who they want to be more so than.
Yeah, it should be an open conversation. Yeah. It shouldn't be something that parents decide for their kids. Like, exactly. I understand their kids, and like parents have to make certain decisions for their kids, but like stuff like that, like what your kid plays with, like that should be up to the kid. That shouldn't be up to like what the parents. Like if a little boy's like, I want a Barbie, get him a Barbie. It doesn't mean he's gay. It doesn't mean he's feminine.
It means he wants to take that Barbie apart and fucking dismantle it.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
That's what that means. That's what I did with Barbies growing up. Oh my god, I had this like little motor. I don't know. I had like some kind of toy or something. I had a little motor with a little thing that went. It's like really. It was like if it was like a needle, it would have been like a surgical tool, like drilled or something. But anyways, my sister had like a fucking like Barbie or one of those other toys, and I took the head off and like put it on top of it and like spun the head around.
Like Toy Story. Jesus.
Yeah, I was like that.
You were like Sid.
I was 110% like Sid.
I mean, I never took apart my toys because my parents bought them and they cost money. Oh my god.
Well, see, and that's the moral of the story. I mean, like, fuck toys. Toys are expensive as shit.
Play with people.
But yeah, play with people. Like those gender neutral toys that you're talking about. Yeah. Like people should just be playing those in the first place.
And that's, I mean, what I found super interesting. Not this past quarter, but it was like from October to December. I took this class like on like development throughout the lifespan, and it was really interesting to hear like how important playing is to like development, like important to kids' psyches. Like,
That's true.
play should be, like, implemented in schools and stuff, which it is. But, like, how important that play is ridiculous.
No, it's a huge part of social interaction.
Yeah.
And, like
in, like, oh my God.
self-identity and all that.
Yeah. And, like, even just, like, brain development. Like, it's super important that kids be able to play.
They say that your moral compass is developed between the ages of 0 and 5. There's an author, Jonathan Haidt. He wrote a book called The Righteous Mind. And it's about morality and religion and how it all relates. He's a big, like, atheist proponent. And he was honestly probably a big gateway into me personally, having more of an atheistic, nihilistic kind of outlook on life. Just kind of like the relation between growing up and like everything around you and how it all relates, how your moral compass, how you decide between what's right and wrong, how that's all decided. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It
is, honestly.
And I mean, I'm sure with your, remind everybody again what you're trying to do with your degree.
I'm trying to be a therapist, especially in a prison. But also just regular therapists would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The regular therapist might be a little more sane.
Yeah. People would be less mean to me, that's for sure.
true.
I don't do well with people being mean to me. No.
Fucking told me I got a fucking problem. I'm fucking fine. I'm perfect in this motherfucker.
I've heard from like this nurse that she used to be a corrections officer.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
And she's like, don't worry about it. She's like, people in prison treat the therapist
You'll
really
be fine.
nice. Right.
Don't be rude.
Like, I'll fucking cry if people are mean to me. So I don't know if I can handle it. I'm sensitive.
Might just want to go for the regular therapy.
Right. I'm gonna try.
We'll see though.
That's the beauty.
It's a good goal though.
Yeah. That's the wonderful thing, that I can do this in an internship. Like, I can go to a prison in an internship and see if, like, am I cut out for this? And if not, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not specific enough. Like, the degree is just clinical mental health counseling. It's not prison clinical mental health counseling. Yeah.
No, it's good to, like,
Yeah.
dip your toes in deep waters.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, if I could be, like, a career student forever, I would. Like, if someone would pay me to go to school, I'd go to school for the rest of my life. I love school.
No, my 12th year of college.
It'd be
I
fantastic.
have 4 degrees.
Shit. I'm like, what am I? I'm in my...
No job openings. No job offers. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah. I've done like 5.5 years of schooling.
I'm just taking copious amounts of LSD and just getting by.
You don't need that to get by.
No, you don't.
No.
I don't want anyone to get that message.
No.
But I feel like if I was at that point where I was like in school for that long, I would just trip all the time. Because I mean, like at that point, like why the fuck does it matter? You're like, okay, I've already gotten 3 degrees. I've already like, you know, et cetera,
But wouldn't
et cetera,
that be
et cetera.
fantastic?
No, that would be hell. Staying in class for the rest of your life. Oh my god.
But
that
you'd
sounds
learn so much.
I wouldn't learn that much. I wouldn't be. I need to like be interested and engaged to like learn something. I'm stubborn. It's a problem.
I don't know.
But no, it's good to dive your, kind of dip your feet in.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting anecdote, I guess, story. So I have these friends from high school, and so I went to high school in this place called Amos-Seafoyd Valley in Orange City, Iowa, northwest Iowa, by Sioux City, that kind of area. And 3 of my friends from high school, they all so they all went to the same college in that same town. Very small, very Christian, almost cult-like town. That these 3 ended up growing up. This town that we all grew up in. I eventually moved out here to Des Moines, but they all stayed there, went to college there, did the 4 years of college, and then immediately after college, they all went. I don't remember what the country was, but they all went to some third world country in Africa.
Oh,
and went to
dang.
go teach for the 2 that are married, the boy and the girl. They're the married couple.
The ones who have been together since high school?
Yep.
'Kay.
They were teachers, and then the other girl was she was like on that same site, but she was like a nurse medic kind of deal, and she also taught classes.
Interesting. Okay.
So very limited amount of things, like worse than like you could imagine, like probably like the very ghetto, like rundown kind of school areas are.
Dang.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like just from what they described, just like not having like paper and pencils, and like having to like deal with like crime, and like people giving them shit for being American, trying to like take their money, and like it was just like all these experiences they had. I'm like they from what I've heard and what they described to me, I'm just like, well, fuck. Any teaching job you take after that, you're always gonna think, hey, at least I'm not trying to teach.
Exactly, it's an incredible eye-opening experience.
How to speak English or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Oof. More power
Jesus.
to him. So you grew up 3.5 hours away from here?
Yeah,
That's
that's what you were
ways.
looking at.
Yeah.
I could have told you that.
You could have.
Sorry. I'm getting this alcohol, man. Fuck.
You are such a lightweight.
I don't. Yeah.
What?
I
I mean,
know. I guess.
Like, I know I am.
I guess I am. I guess I'm a lightweight. What the down with the sickness? Ain't the motherfucker down with the sickness?
I have to pee.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go do that real quick.
Should we take one last break?
Yes.
And then finish it up?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Gonna take a break. Bye.
I don't.
That's about the dumbest question in the world. Obviously.
Is math related? Is math related
I'm not
to
that
science?
drunk yet. Jesus.
Is math related to science?
Is math related to science? All right, let's get back.
No, wait.
Whoa.
I'm not ready yet. Okay, I'm good. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. We're back.
And we're back. Yeah. Here we are. Unfiltered, we're coming up to about the 2-hour mark. So
Are you serious?
I'd say, well, that's like with, because I don't cut anymore. I don't stop and start. I just let it run. I just edit the breaks.
Oh, okay.
Edit around the breaks. It's a lot easier.
We take long breaks.
No, not really. I guess that's my point. So I think we're probably, usually it's like a 20-minute. It's like 20 minutes less than like the actual time.
Okay.
That's probably where we're at about now. So for third part, I mean, this is pretty good. Quarantine in, we're just sitting here chilling.
I'm impressed I'm talking this much.
Yeah, you're actually doing really well.
Thank you. It's the alcohol.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be real.
No, it helps me too. Like I would not be able to do any of this.
No, it gets rid of my social anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. It lets you lets you vent and talk a little bit. Definitely.
That's how you make friends and meet people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, most of my friends have all been from high school and college. I've only actually met one person being pretty intoxicated, and that's you. I was pretty darn.
Rip.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because I had cake vodka that day.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh
cake vodka? What the fuck even is that? So it's vodka flavored like cake? Or
Yeah. Ooh, it was not good. It was not good. It was just a little shooter thing. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Like those tiny little bottles. It was just that. It was called UV cake.
Oh, UV. It was a UV dip.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes a little more sense. Oh, my God.
It was because, it was before Christmas, but I was helping my mom Christmas shop, and she went to this liquor store to get little shooters of, like, Fireball and, like, Jack Daniels. Not Jeff Daniels. Jack Daniels.
Jack. Good old Jack.
Jeff Daniels is in Dumb and Dumber.
No.
But
anyway. That is Jeff Daniels,
yeah,
isn't
it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I don't like that movie, though.
But yeah, we went to a liquor store and I saw that and I was like, that sounds good. So my mom bought me some UV cake. And then I got kicked out of the liquor store.
You got kicked out of the liquor store?
Okay, kicked out is a strong word. I'm being a drama queen. But I didn't have my ID on me, and I don't look like I'm 21.
So you were
a
like,
lot of people, they're like, "You're not 21." I'm like, "But I'm 24. I swear." They're like, "You're gonna have to leave."
I mean, that happens.
Yeah, I have a baby face. I can't help it.
Yeah, it kind of depends where you're at.
Yeah, and I mean, it's fine. It doesn't bother me.
I think that's the main thing. It really depends where you're at, because like there are women who are 18 and go to bars and they get drinks, and then there are places where you're 35 and they're like, "You're not
right." It's
I'm not letting you
situational.
have that pack of cigarettes without your ID. You know, you're like, you fucking kidding me?
Especially now, because you got to be 21.
So I've been struggling going on and off against smoking cigarettes the last couple weeks here.
But that's okay.
But I'm back. I'm back on my streak of not smoking. Been about a day and a half here, and I already feel so much better. Oh,
Thank you.
I already feel so much better.
Yeah. Is math related to science?
Is math related to science? That's the real question. But no, I do feel a lot better.
Yeah.
It's good to not be putting that crap in my fucking lungs.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oof, that stuff is gross.
It really is. It's truly disgusting.
It is.
Like, the thing that's really, in my lifetime, the thing that always has disgusted me is, like, when you're a smoker, you get in the habit of, like, in your car, you'll have, like, bottles, and you'll just, like, put cigarettes in the bottles. Or, like, you outside, you'll have bottles, and you, like, fill up with cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
The really disgusting thing is, like, cleaning out your fucking car and seeing, like, just containers full of cigarette butts. Just, like, all, like, you know, grimy, filtered gunk out. Yeah.
All right.
It's really gross.
You said I could ask you questions.
Aha, go for it.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I'm
like,
an open book.
what made you want to quit to begin with? Like, yeah, it's bad for you, but like, what was there a point where you were like, all right, I gotta change something?
Like, was there like a defiant moment?
Yeah, what made you want to quit?
I think it was just something that I wanted to do for a long time. And I just like, I think a lot of it had to do with the divorce.
Okay.
Definitely.
Like just you wanting to better your life?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it because, I mean, you can point fingers every day, but, you know, at the end of the day, when two people get divorced, when two people separate, it's both their faults.
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango. So I knew that there was a lot about myself that I needed to improve, and that was kind of my way to do it. In my sense, like, and I guess the part that I really wanted me to personally strive to that was like I was sick of people, like I was around a lot of people in my life who acknowledged the fact that I smoked and were really upset by it, and I was really I was really sick of that.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of it at the time might have been towards other people, which I think is not a really good reason to try to quit or do anything for other people. But it is, it was an interesting transition living in a town of, Canton, somewhere, middle of nowhere town, where everybody's a drunk, everybody smokes, and it's just normal everyday shit. Nobody gives a fuck. To suddenly being surrounded by family and friends who don't really necessarily partake in that. Yeah. And you stick out. Mm-hmm. Just you realize when you're out of a relationship and you're on your own and you smoke, like how much more you stick out.
There's a lot you realize being out of a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. I think a lot of that probably had a lot to do with it for me quitting. Otherwise, it was just something that I always was trying to do from the get-go. Yeah. From the time I started, like, in college, like, from the time I, like, really started doing it in college, I was always, like, bouncing back and forth, like, not really wanting to do it. Mm-hmm. And there were points in my life where I didn't give a fuck, and I would just buy cartons at a time. And it's addiction, it's a whole thing. It's a whole mental game.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to deal with.
It is.
But anybody can do it. That's the key. I mean, have I thought about getting cigarettes? Sure.
Right. I mean, you can't help that.
Well, exactly. And a guy we were actually supposed to have on here probably like this weekend before this coronavirus gone, Ames. Good fellow rapper of mine. Yeah. We go back a long ways. But he was a smoker of cigarettes for a long time, and he finally quit. I think he's like 2 maybe 3 years clean by this point. Doing really well. But anyways, he said it took him like 9 months before he stopped thinking about like wanting a cigarette. And to me, that's insane. That's like an insane amount of time.
That's a lot of willpower. What was I gonna say?
I haven't even been, separated or divorced that long.
No,
it's kind of weird. It's just in perspective. Things that you think, are a long time. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're almost hitting the 7-month mark.
I am. Yeah, I mean it's whatever, but yeah. I guess I am.
That's the thing. Is the only reason I know that is because like we ended up like splitting from the other person around the exact same time.
Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre thing for us, isn't it?
I know. There's a lot of weird coincidences.
Yeah, bizarre. That's what life is, though. Yeah. From what I understand.
Yeah.
Just a lot of bizarre, weird shit.
Okay, I remember my question. So
your question.
I do.
Right.
Well. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
you had a series of questions.
This is all intentional.
Okay. Yep.
Internal. Like, because you don't. So when you quit smoking, you haven't used like any like Nicorette or like patches, like nicotine patches, nicotine gum. That's the word.
I've used that in the past.
Yeah.
And it was. The side effects were worse than just quitting.
Like, what were the side effects?
The patch, I broke out rash every time.
Like, just
every time,
around?
Really bad. Oh, around, underneath. And that's the problem is you can't take it off. You have to leave it on for a certain amount of time for it to work. Okay. So you would just be sitting there with like this huge patch on your arm. And like the entire, like everything around it's okay, but like everything underneath the patch, you can just see like bumps and like fucking red.
Oh, did it like itch and stuff?
Yeah. Okay. It's really bad.
I'm sorry. I don't know any other smokers.
No, you're fine.
What about the gum?
The gum, that just didn't really do it for me. It just wasn't that surge of nicotine that I'm used to.
What does it taste like? Just like mint gum?
No, it's pretty gross.
Oh.
It's kind of like I guess the best way to describe it is smoke a cigarette and chew gum at the same time. That's probably about what it tastes like.
No.
I'm sure they make Nicorette gum that's like really flavorful, but I don't know. Whenever I used it, I didn't like. What?
You'd think with like technology now.
I'm sure they do.
Right?
I don't know. Like the over-the-counter shit I got just like was never like that great. Because it's expensive.
Have you ever thought about like? Because I know there's like prescriptions.
I've done that before too, and what's the one that Claritin, I think it's called?
Chantix.
Claritin
is allergies.
I took Chantix. I got really fucking moody and depressed. It was it was bad shit.
So you've taken Chantix. Did you black out? No, did you ever black out?
I never got that. I never blacked out. But I definitely went in like manic rages.
Okay. Interesting.
On it. Yeah, it wasn't good. It was just something like and that was kind of why I was trapped in it for so long. So I was like, if I'm gonna quit, I need to do it.
But you didn't smoke while you were on it still, but it made you feel awful.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, okay. So on Chantix, what you're actually supposed to do is you're supposed to like force you. So what Chantix does is it makes your body like. It's kind of. Have you ever seen Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, I have.
It's kind of the same idea behind that. Like it makes your body like really sick when you inhale a cigarette. That's like the whole idea behind it.
I mean, it's terrible. Like conversion therapy.
Exactly. So you're yes.
I'm sorry.
The idea of it.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
well, like because people used to like inject like nausea-inducing medication and then show
electroshock therapy.
Like in American Horror Story season 2.
Yes, I remember that. That was a thing. Mm-hmm. But anyways.
Chantix.
But yeah, so that's what happens when you take Chantix. You get really sick.
Okay.
So,
interesting.
But the thing is, at least that's what happened to me. But when you take it, you're supposed to like still gradually wean off cigarettes.
Oh well.
You're supposed to like.
Oh, you don't just like quit cold turkey.
You're supposed to wean off the first couple of days, and then you're supposed to quit.
Oh, okay.
So but what I did is I just straight up quit. I was just done. I'm like, this tastes disgusting. I feel sick. Like, I'm just not gonna smoke.
Oh.
And that kind of fucked it up a little bit.
Oh,
so
did?
that made me
Okay.
like more moody
Yeah.
because I was super moody because I didn't have it. Because if you just quit cold turkey smoking a cigarette or not smoking cigarettes, that sucks. Like the last time I quit for a month and a half, I like cut down like significantly. But this time I'm kind of just like going for it.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, because, I mean, the reason I ask about the blacking out thing is I was talking to this guy at work because I had mentioned, I don't remember how Wellbutrin got brought up, but I got brought up that, so I used to work alongside DHS, and I can say this. So this guy, like, beat his wife, but claimed because of the Wellbutrin he was taking, because he was a paranoid schizophrenic, that it made him black out and he doesn't remember doing that. So then I asked this guy at work for some reason about Wellbutrin, and he said that it kind of made him like gray out, not black out, but that like when he took
like
Chantix, he blacked out.
That's
Like he
weird.
told me he was like talking with his wife, and then like he was on Chantix, and somehow the cops got called and he had no clothes on, and he was like refusing to put clothes on and
That's
arguing with
weird.
his wife, but he didn't remember any of it, like how he got there or anything. Like he totally blacked out. Yeah.
I've only blacked out from alcohol and like head trauma. Or
All
head-
right.
head
What is
blood
it
trauma.
like blacking out? Like are you just like conscious one moment and then like
Yeah.
you just
It's really fucking weird. It's like you wake up and it's like
like do you know
it's like
there's a
20
period of blackness?
but that's the crazy part is like you realize it like what coming to that like all this time has passed.
Okay.
Like when I was a kid one time I was climbing a tree and like I like fell. I remember like my head hit a branch
Oh.
and like went like and it was like light.
Yeah.
And whatever. And then what came to like whatever, like an hour later.
Did you come to in the hospital or
No, I came
nobody
to at
found you?
No, I didn't go to the hospital. I just went home. Or I was just.
Did
at
you
home
make
and
it home while you were blacked out?
No, I was at home while this happened. I was in my
Oh.
backyard.
Did anybody find you?
My mom did. yeah.
Okay.
I think I was out playing with my sisters or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I felt pretty bad, and then I woke up in bed after having blacked out. I was like,
Well, I'm sure you had a concussion.
yeah.
And you didn't go to the
probably.
doctor at all for that?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember that.
You were blacked out. How could you
I just
remember?
remember blacking out and coming to my bedroom like, what the fuck?
Okay, so, like, then, like, were you climbing a tree, you hit your head, and then just all of a sudden you were in your bedroom? Or was there, like, fog, and then all of a sudden you were in your bedroom? Do you know what I mean?
It's like I don't know. It's
So,
like
like, you
getting cut
realize-
off. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like consciousness, like right now, like you
Yeah.
and me talking. It's
Yeah.
like that just getting like cut off,
Okay.
and then like that ends, and then like you wake up from that, kind of.
Yeah. But, like, is there, like...
Well, it's like have
like,
you
is
ever?
there a transition? Or is it just, like...
I mean, kind of. You ever get your tonsils taken out, or like
No.
get surgery or anything like that?
Yes. I had my wisdom teeth taken out.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like that. It's like that. They give you the thing. They tell you
Yeah.
to count to 10. Then you're out by 7, and then like you just wake up an hour later. You're like, what the fuck? It's like that. It's a lot like that, actually.
I don't...
You don't remember that getting your wisdom teeth taken out?
Well, okay, so I have really bad veins, and I'm like my worst fear is needles. So, like, getting my wisdom teeth, they tried to put an IV in, and they couldn't hit my veins because they're too deep. So, like, these people were like digging in my skin, like trying to find my vein. It was horrible, but I had laughing gas.
I have that
or
same
whatever.
problem, actually.
So, like, I couldn't move. Like, everything was like, but I could like feel them like digging in my skin, and they had to get like a different needle.
Damn.
Eventually, they like went through my hand. That shit hurts. But
I have that problem too.
yeah, but they like just told me like just close your eyes, try to fall asleep. So I like, to me, I fell asleep. So I don't remember anything like that. But you have
see.
really bad veins too?
Yeah. It's actually genetic in my family. Like my
Really?
my aunt and uncle came.
Oh, nobody else has this problem. I feel
Well, I'm
like.
wondering because we're both Irish.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if there's something genetic with the Irish that has something.
Let me
to do
see
with
your
that.
arm real quick. Let me try something. I can't. So I used to work as a vet tech.
Oh, no.
So
Oh, no.
I used to be able to
Oh,
hold
no.
off like dog veins. I mean, kinda. I mean, you can kind of
Where's
see
the-
that shit.
I've never shot anything up my vein.
Well, you gotta like cut it off first.
Yeah, you gotta cut. Oh, that's right. So you gotta cut
Yeah,
it
you
off.
gotta
and
put
then
it up like rubber band up here, and then you like smack it. But like
you like even like smacking that part kind of like freaks me out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like
okay.
thinking about like taking heroin and
Oh my
injecting it into there.
don't start with me.
Don't start with you on that. That's too much. You ever seen Train? Fuck, we gotta watch Train Spotting sometime.
Yeah, we do.
Train Spotting or Requiem for a Dream. You ever see that movie?
No, and no.
Both very good movies about heroin addiction.
It's so sad.
It is sad.
I just had this conversation with someone last night because this girl I work with who's like my best friend at work, she's like there's a lot of people who are like my work mom, but her brother passed away from heroin addiction.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So like we were talking about this mom of a baby who's addicted to heroin, and like she just went to House of Mercy. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, House of Mercy is a rehab center.
Okay.
So she just went there, and we're talking about, well, like, at least she's, like, a lot of people are judging her for it, but at least she's trying to do something. At least she's
Yeah.
trying to better herself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and she's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a sucker for that, because my experience, I was like, no. I mean, yeah, it's crazy how horrible, like, how deeply heroin addiction affects everyone around you, not just yourself.
Yeah.
I did not mean to go
It's
into
really
a tangent.
no. That's tough shit.
It is. It's,
You ever see? Fuck. You ever see the Steve-O documentary?
I never did. Is it on Netflix?
It's on YouTube, I think.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think we'll get copyrighted. It's such a fucking old.
I mean, we don't have to watch it if you think we're gonna get copyrighted.
No, I don't think we
Or you.
will. I mean, if they have the whole thing. Oh, Johnny Knoxville had drug intervention.
Oh,
I did not know that.
so
No,
Steve-O
he-
was addicted to drugs. That kind of.
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense.
he was like.
That makes sense. Okay.
He
that
was
makes
in
sense.
some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
He's.
There's a
just
story.
somehow-
There's a story where he was waiting for his coke dealer,
Mm-hmm.
and like there was a table that so much coke had been done that there was like residue of coke that had like blood mixed into it, and Steve-O like took a razor and like scraped off the residue of the table and like stored up that in blood
No.
afterwards.
Oh.
And he didn't get AIDS, but the guy that he got the drugs from had AIDS.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, so he almost got AIDS from this guy inadvertent. He's lucky he didn't, basically.
See, that's part of the reason, like, I wanted to be a therapist, is, like, people, like, see stuff like that, and they just kind of, like, write it off, like, oh, it's that kind of person or whatever. But, like that hurts me deep down. Like,
Wait,
I just,
what
like, I
does
wanna
exactly?
help people. Like, the fact that people are, like, doing, like,
Oh, so
like
dismissive.
that rock bottom. Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
like, it hurts me. Like, I just want to help everybody. I just want to be useful to people. I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean?
I feel ya.
Yeah.
It's this internet. I think it's gotta be the corona. It's gotta be everybody
Well,
staying
yeah,
home.
because everybody's online. Like,
so internet is just like
there's just nothing else to do.
Jesus Christ. Excuse.
That's the thing is, like the internet and technology and stuff was like, I mean, it was made to be used by a lot of people, but it wasn't made to be used by everybody. Like, they couldn't do that, and now it's all crashing.
All right.
Okay.
So just watch this beginning. This is him like.
This gonna make me sad. Oh.
I'm having
Is
a
that
very
Steve?
good place.
Yeah.
That's Steve-O.
Okay.
So that's like.
Everything is going
I think that's
really well for
ketamine.
me. I just finished a video
Or no, I don't
game.
know.
You know, like Jackass.
Like, doesn't that just hurt you?
Yeah,
Like, to see people like that?
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Like, I want to give him a hug.
Yeah, he's completely clean now.
Right, he has no idea what's going on.
Phenomenal stuff I'm doing, you know,
Like, he's not even looking at the camera. Like, he has no sense of what's going on around him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Steve-O, and I'm an alcoholic drug addict. And simply put, I completely lost control of my life.
If I creeped you out before?
No. Like, why? Is he filming himself doing this?
Yeah, he used to do that all the time.
No. No. Oh my God. What is he doing?
He's inhaling paint.
Drugs and alcohol turned me into a...
My mom had classmates in high school when she went to Valley actually. in Des
Oh, at
Moines.
Valley?
Yeah, she had classmates in high school that died sniffing pain in the back.
I remember.
They got carried out in an ambulance and everything. It was fucking nuts.
I used to work at my uncle's vet clinic, and there was one Saturday morning where we found this guy just like laying on our steps, passed out, with like a can of spray paint in his hand. Jesus. Like he was just so high. We had to call an ambulance because we're like, this guy's passed out. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, that's like some old school shit too.
Yeah.
Getting high like that.
Right, there's better way.
Douchebag.
You know?
A complete monster. And
see, then he's being mean about himself.
Rolling just about the whole time. All the way to rock bottom. So, here it is. An incredibly difficult
It's a common
process of showing the world
it's commonality.
my drug and alcohol addiction
But I mean,
got.
I guess it's good that he like filmed himself on all this because
They can look at yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You can take a look at yourself and be like, oh.
That works for most people. Yeah.
Yeah. What was he just holding? No.
Anyways.
He turned himself around though, right?
No, completely. 110%. He
There's
doesn't
a
even
happy
smoke
ending.
cigarettes. Like this guy's
He
like
doesn't?
No, he doesn't do anything. He completely cleaned up.
Yeah.
He like meditates and like
Good.
crazy like
I mean, he has a fucking
he still
tattoo
does
of
crazy
himself.
fuking stunts and shit. Like he
Yeah.
still does all that. That's
Yeah.
like his new high. Like that was
Yeah.
the thing when he got clean, he got arrested because he went. Did you hear about the whole the
Like,
SeaWorld thing that
Okay.
he did?
Yeah, because we talked about this actually because
did we?
we watched Jackass 2 or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, have you heard of the SeaWorld thing? And I was like, no. So then you showed me.
Let me see if YouTube
he
has
like
anything
climbed to the top or whatever, and like a crane had to get him down, and he got in trouble for calling 911 or something.
Jackass star Steve-O is known for his wild and sometimes childish.
So yeah, this was this whole thing when he was sober. He just would like
But never one as crazy, dangerous, and
fucking
illegal
do all
as
this insane shit.
Yeah.
That was like his new high.
Yeah, well, adrenaline is incredible.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit,
all while
yeah.
standing on the edge of a giant construction crane with an inflatable whale.
Like, I know it was illegal and stuff, but I'm also like proud of him.
Well, yeah, because fuck SeaWorld. Those guys are assholes.
Yeah.
They're terrible. They treat the animals like shit.
Oh my. Bro, don't make me sad. Don't make me sad.
It's true.
I don't like. I have
It
no
was like a
heart, but when
statement.
it comes to animals, I have a.
Well,
big-
and apparently he had the option between like doing community service and jail, and he chose jail because he was like, well, what better way to promote animals being entrapment than
entrapping
being
yourself.
entrapped myself?
Yeah. I actually appreciate that. Shit,
Oh
we're-
my god! Like, look at this motherfucker. Like on a crane.
There's a crane.
Fuck.
Right.
And then there's you.
I thought, okay, well, I'll climb a crane, but that in and of itself
He's
wasn't
just like
good
so
stuff.
matter
So
of
I
fact.
figured
Like,
I'll
yeah,
bring an
I
inflatable
did.
whale, and how inflated.
He's
how
not
safe
sorry,
SeaWorld
and I
starts to get a
appreciate
cool
that.
shot.
SeaWorld, the popular theme park. That's the reason
Have you ever
Hugo
been to
says it
SeaWorld?
caused such a commotion.
Like once, like a long time ago.
I was just talking about this with my family. We went to SeaWorld when I was like in 4th grade. And my little sister, who is, if I was in 4th grade, she was probably like 5 at the time. She had strep while we were in Florida.
Oh, damn.
And she puked at SeaWorld by the dolphins. It's so like
right by them.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
In the dolphin, did the
Like in the
dolphins,
rocks
okay,
next
did
to
the
the
dolphins
dolphin.
like eat up the vomit? Like,
No. She didn't puke in the dolphin tank. No. But like I've never forgiven her because I didn't get to see the manatees and I really wanted to. So, like we were just having this conversation the other day about how I've never forgotten that shit. But like we went to Disney World, SeaWorld. And SeaWorld is like absolutely terrible and horrible.
Yeah, SeaWorld sucks.
Yeah.
It's like Steve-O said, SeaWorld sucks.
I know, but
I can't believe you fucking got
but like that
arrested.
was I would say my second favorite animal ever is a walrus because of going to SeaWorld and seeing the walrus, and I was like, this is a beautiful ass creature. Have you ever seen the movie Tusk?
We've talked about this, and no, I have not seen the movie Tusk.
Okay.
It got really bad reviews.
Would you be willing to watch it?
Today?
No, not necessarily today.
At some
in
point,
general.
Sure.
Yes.
I have heard it's not that good though. To be honest.
I actually no. Okay, it's one of those movies. It's like a stupid horror movie where it's meant to be bad.
Okay. I can appreciate that a little bit.
I dragged my ex to it because I love walruses, and it's a horror movie about walruses. Like this synopsis: this old guy turns this guy into a walrus, and it's fucking fantastic. It's
Damn.
so bad. But it was me and my ex and this really old guy, and we're the only 3 people in the theater. And so like we left afterwards, and her and I were like sitting on the yeah, she's a lady, sitting on the bench talking about, because she like that movie actually disturbed her beyond reason. She was so freaked out, and I was like, that was so great. And this old guy came up to us, he's like, I saw you guys in the theater, like, and we had like a cinematic discussion with this like complete stranger about the movie. And she was talking about how it freaked her out, and I was talking about how fantastic it was, and he was on my side. He was like, yeah, it was actually really stupid and funny. And I was like, exactly.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird. A horror movie about walruses. Not the most menacing creature you would think of.
But I love them. They're
I mean,
beautiful.
sure. I mean, we've watched everything else that's fucking ridiculous and crazy, so...
We've watched a lot of like absolutely
the worst,
terrible.
Though absolute like some of the considered worst films. Like not worst in terms of bad, just like in terms of like grotesqueness and disturbing shit.
Like we watched that together.
I rewatched Hereditary, and it was worse the second time.
That's how nice you are.
I know. I'm way too nice.
I know.
Way.
You feed into my shit too much.
Do I?
I don't know. I feel maybe that's my like compensation.
I'm kind of retarded.
Is we can watch like really horrific graphic stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I want. That's all I want in return. Fuck.
The only time I closed my eyes was
Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust, yeah.
I closed my eyes one time in that. I didn't watch them kill the pig.
The pig?
Yeah.
The turtle was too much for me.
Oh god.
Ooh. They
That
take
was
apart
horrific.
this turtle, like they take an axe and like chop apart the shell and like
And it's a
dig
real
it up.
turtle, that's the thing.
and that's the thing, all the animals
They-
were real.
they murdered
That
real
was
animals.
worse than them killing the people.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because the people were fake. You knew that was fake. But
Right.
the animals, that was like
Right.
just straight up like raw like animal torture porn or something like that. It was
I mean,
weird.
fuck. Okay, so we talked about like Cannibal Holocaust from like the get go. Like,
Yeah.
before we like physically like met each other, like we were talking about seeing Cannibal Holocaust, and like. Yeah.
Really? Like, so
Yeah.
you were talking about you talking about it separately. We were like actively like wanting to see it.
Like, cause we were talking like through Snapchat before I like.
That's
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that's what I mean. So we were talking about that, and then I was like how bad can it be? It's just from the 80s, like 80s,
70s, yeah,
or
like
70s,
early 80s,
right? Like
late
that
70s.
gore is like so fake, like it can't really be actually disturbing. But the disturbing part is they use like they took real animals and they killed them,
Yeah,
on camera.
It's insane.
Like, okay,
They
there's
got
a lot of like
sued so much
Yeah, there's
for
like
that
a lot
movie.
of really uncomfortable like rape scenes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah,
And, like,
yeah. That's kind of the thing. It's
I don't know
like
if that was real, but like that was the first we were watching it, and then this like Amazonian lady got like raped, and I was like, oof. Oh.
This is lots of handle.
Good thing we're friends at this point.
Have you heard the movie Straw Dogs?
I want to say I've heard that name before.
It's this old movie with Dustin Hoffman, like the 70s, and he and his wife moved to this like European country, and this like group of 5 guys like gang rape his wife, and it's really graphic and really disturbing. I remember that just
really
freaked me out at a young
And
age.
you saw it at a young. You saw
Not
it
a
at a
young
young
age. No, well, not a young age. No, like like 18, 19.
No, that's still young. Your brain hasn't fully developed yet, even when you're 18.
Yeah. So I mean, not like
I know that's when
not
like you're
kid,
like a
but
legal adult, but you're still a kid. You're
It
still
was
a
a lot
kid
to
till,
handle.
like,
Yeah,
25,
it was a lot to
26.
handle being like 19.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet.
definitely.
Mhm.
But I had handled a lot by that point, probably.
Yeah.
So that's true.
You've been through a lot at that point. I mean,
That's life, though.
Did you have a traumatic childhood or something?
Not like
Not
horribly
like that bad,
traumatic.
right?
I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, not. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
probably made a lot of it more dramatic than it really was.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit. I mean, it sucks for everyone.
Yeah.
Growing up sucks.
That's true. Growing up does suck. Like, no matter what you do, it's never gonna be like perfect. You know?
Never. I wish I could tell
no
people
parents
that.
ever gonna. You're right.
I wish
you're gonna fuck up.
I
your
wish I
kids
could
no
go
matter
back and tell myself, do some more shit, do some more crazy fucking shit.
what. Right.
I wish I'd lived that out a little more because I
Right.
feel like that the consequence of me dealing with having done that back then would be a lot less than the consequence of me like struggling in adulthood, like feeling
Yeah.
like I missed out on something.
Right. Like,
know.
that's what I wish I would have told myself. Like, I didn't really start, I want to say, like, living until, like, I became single.
Yeah.
Like, then I felt like I could finally, like, grow into myself.
See, and that was a lot later for you probably than it
Yeah.
was for me.
A lot later. Like, 7 months ago. I'm finally coming into
Yeah,
myself
me was probably
now.
like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years
Right.
ago.
And
College, probably like post college.
I mean,
probably where that
yeah.
happened for me.
When I was in, like, that's what I wish I would have done, like, in college was, like, do things with people, like, make those connections. But
Yeah.
I was, like, so focused on my relationship that was back in Des Moines and compared to being in Ames.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't, like, I had so many people, like, ask me to go out to the bars with them, and I wouldn't go because, like, I had to go back to Des Moines to see my partner and work and stuff.
College is a really stupid time to date.
Yeah. Don't
Like,
stay with the
fuck.
person you dated in high school.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean-
well, and those never worked out. Like, because I knew a lot of people on my floor who were
Yeah.
in that situation too.
Well, that's my older sister's in that situation.
Oh.
That was-
oh,
yeah, that was-
Wait. Currently.
Yeah.
She's okay.
Yeah, her
okay.
husband is
But
the
she's
only
older,
person
though,
she's
so
ever
that's
dated.
different.
She dated him from junior year of high school, and now she's married to him. And that was the thing, was like, I
So
started
this
my
is a
relationship.
trend in your family.
Yeah, right? That's the
Holy
thing, is like,
shit.
so she started dating her husband in junior, like a junior in high school. And I started dating my ex-fiance when I was a junior in high school. So that my little sister was like, I gotta find someone when I'm a junior in high school. But
You know what when people always tell you that you're getting married
Yeah.
too young.
Yeah.
You know what they're really trying to tell you?
What?
You didn't fuck enough people.
What? Okay.
You're too young. You haven't fucked enough other people to settle down with someone.
What's enough people?
I don't know.
Okay.
That person feels like is enough people.
I feel like you should probably sleep with
It's
at
overrated,
least 2 people.
Yeah.
At least 2.
Yeah. But I mean, there's difference between like fucking someone and sleeping with someone.
Yeah.
Like being being an actual active thing with someone versus like just fucking them once and then being like whatever, done with it. Like that's just kind of like whatever. You had like your one night victory, but like that doesn't really mean anything to you.
Yeah.
On any kind of level, you know.
Okay, so you know how like one night stands are a thing?
Yeah. That's definitely a thing.
2 night stands? Is that a thing?
You told me about this.
I know, but like that.
I've done it.
Right? That's a thing. That's okay, right?
I mean, I guess it depends.
I don't know.
Some cultures would say no. Others would say go for it.
Well, like American culture, even like American culture is just so.
It's probably a lot. I don't know if I could fuck 2 people in the same day nowadays. I don't know if I could handle that. Be a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 20, I did it once. It was really weird. It was like even then I was like, you know, because in porn it's all depicted like, you know, fucking different people doing whatever. It's just whatever. But like in real life, it's like
porn is
you're dealing with
reality.
Like people, like people's entire personalities are in this room. It doesn't matter if they're naked or fucking or whatever. Like you're it's like the anxiety you get in an office with 10 other people. That exact same thing would be present if you were like in an orgy with 10 people. Probably multiplied in a sense because you're like having sex with these people.
Right.
You're like entering in and out of each other, just free-nilly.
Yeah. You are like completely exposing yourself.
110%.
Like in several different
basically
ways.
Everything about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, not everything, but like most of yourself.
That's the thing. Is like
be naked.
Like people, like humans in general, just like exposing yourself in general is like physically exposing yourself. I mean, it makes you feel like even like emotionally vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're naked in front of someone, like that's putting an awful lot of trust in someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even my family has like always been very like, oh my god, like I don't know. That was kind of different between like my ex-wife's family versus mine. Like, they kind of all saw each other naked, and it wasn't really a big deal. Which I think is really how it should be in a family.
Yeah.
Don't make a big deal of it. Just like whatever, you're naked. Like,
exactly.
we're all from the same blood.
Be open. Be honest.
But like my family can't even handle that. They get really weirded out by like the idea of that kind of stuff. Like very like my family is just very separated and very private.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's how I was growing up. Like especially my mom was like the main person, but like she like we couldn't even say the word but with the word pee or stupid or I hate you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
no.
I grew up incredibly sheltered. Like we couldn't listen to Kiss 107.5 like pop music because it was inappropriate. We couldn't watch The Simpsons.
Damn.
But
that sounds like my family.
Now we're all adults and like it's incredible the difference. Like my parents don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like we talk like too. Adults. Like we talk about like not wearing pants and
like nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Your parents are definitely you have to like when you're a kid you don't think this. Like you don't think it's possible that your parents could possibly be different people than the people that are trying to raise you.
Yeah.
But when you're finally an adult and you're finally like having a beer with your parents, well, in case my mom doesn't drink. But like when you're finally in that situation where you're like both adults, you realize that like you're just a regular fucking person. Like you're like me in a way. It's fucking creepy.
My dad refused to let my mom ever tell personal stories about herself, like growing up, because my mom was a little bit of a reckless kid. So like as an adult, like now I'm hearing all these stories and it's fantastic. It's like, oh, okay. I'm not that bad.
See, I kind of envy that though.
Yeah.
It's like my parents aren't.
I mean, my mom is like one of my best friends.
See, that's awesome.
Like the first bar I ever went to, I went with my mom. My mom and I went to the bar and we got drunk. that was my first like super alcoholic experience. That's the first time I got hungover. Is I went to a gay bar with my mom and my ex and like my mom's friend.
Well, that's really. I mean, that's good. They have that relationship.
Yeah.
I've never been to a bar with either of my parents.
Oh, that was.
I have been to bars with other relatives, but not my parents.
I mean, cause well, like. I mean, when I turned 21, I was still with my ex, and I had a lot of expectations to stay the same person I was when I was 16.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. So, when I was 21, my first drinking alcohol experience was both my mom and my dad and my ex. We went to the East Village. There's a place called the Rooftop Lounge. Okay. And because it was June, so it was like nice out, so we could go to the bar like outside, and that was like my first experience. I was like, I want my parents there. Like I don't mind having my parents there for when I have my first drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's nice because I know a lot of people like even you like you don't have that like relationship with your parents.
No.
Where like
my parents were not there for my first drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's before 21 too. Most people's drinks before they're 21. I was just a really good kid.
Mine was in a dorm room. I was trying to fuck someone.
That's why you started drinking?
Well, I didn't like start drinking. I don't know. It was just kind of like a thing where like I matched with this chick on Tinder, and she was like, "Hey, we're all gonna be drinking at my place. You want to come?" Sure. And I brought a couple friends, and like my friend like got further than I even began. Then like a bottle of vodka was getting passed around, and I just like just started drinking it
from the bottle.
From the bottle. Yep. It was Grey Goose vodka.
That was your first.
My first alcohol.
My first. I don't know what kind of alcohol it was, but it was like some sort of. It was called something Sunset, and it was orange juice, cranberry juice, some sort of vodka, and I want to say some sort of like ginger beer, but it was disgusting.
You ever do mules?
I do. I kind of like mules.
Mules are good. I like Irish mules.
Okay, can we take a break real quick?
Well, I was thinking I was gonna check at the time. Wonder if we could just because I got pee too.
I have to pee super bad.
Well, this is like our third. Oh yeah, we're at 2.5 hours.
Okay,
I think so.
5-minute break real quick because I'm about to pee.
Well, what I'm saying is that we can just.
I'm gonna be really bad.
Okay. We'll take a break and come back to it. All right.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how buzzed are you?
Let me answer that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm like an 8.
You're like an 8?
I'm like an 8.
Good job.
I had 3 of these, and like by vodka, like I poured like this much vodka in each one.
Jesus Christ! Are we gonna have a repeat?
No. Stop it. Stop it. No, I'm good. I'm tipsy as fuck. But
hey, we're back.
Okay.
We're back from the break. We've been back for a minute, but
thank you for joining us.
I'm officially announcing.
Okay.
At this point, anyways.
Yeah. Edit the rest of that
shit
out.
in my pocket. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, this has been adventurous.
This is fun, actually.
This has been fun.
I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah, isn't it a lot more fun when the guest mic is actually working? Can actually like
when I'm not like.
It's not like.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that I'm like already quiet.
Yeah, you can actually hear yourself. Yeah.
Like I don't have a very loud voice in general.
See, if it's working with you, it'll work with anyone.
Right, exactly. You're gonna have to adjust it for other people. Are gonna have to like be way back here.
Yeah, right.
But I can still talk up here and be just like normal pitch.
It's funny.
I think it's fun. Like I don't know why I'm so like quiet. The rest of my family is loud as shit.
Well, we've had a very interesting conversation today. We've gone on a lot of different tangents.
Yeah. Well, you said you wanted like a more like discussion heavy rather than rolling on videos.
I do agree. Both my laziness, it's like both easier for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's just more engaging and interesting. You know, I've been feeling like a lot of the last few episodes has been like really clouded with like what's going on the screen and the internet. And you know, like for me personally, how I intake podcasts is like I like to listen to it.
Yeah.
I like to be at work, have it on my earphones.
Right, like that's the lovely thing about podcasts is something you can listen to
And
while
watch.
doing stuff. Like audiobooks, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I can be at a point in a podcast, pause it, then look at the timestamp, go on the TV, and you know, go to that place in the podcast and watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
Or however I want to go. I
Exactly.
can fall asleep to it and then be like, oh well, I fall. So that's kind of the shitty part is falling asleep to a podcast. So you don't really know where to go back, and you're like, all right, whatever. I'll just.
Can you like actually fall asleep?
Oh yeah, to a podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hmm.
It's kind of soothing.
Yeah.
Like Joe Rogan,
yeah.
like talking
Oh,
like
yeah.
this and like.
No,
have you
I
ever
totally
tried
get
DMT?
that. I mean, I used to
No.
fall asleep to like Welcome to Nightville podcasts all the time.
Oh, that's dope.
But like I wouldn't like completely fall asleep.
I used to fall asleep to stand up.
Like I could still hear it. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of weirdly enough.
I mean, I took a lot of naps during like watching like gamers play like story heavy games like Danganronpa.
I've never heard of that.
Danganronpa.
Oh, that's what we were gonna talk about. I mean, it's like way past a reasonable point, but we were gonna talk about Half-Life Alyx.
Yes.
This
That's right.
And ironically enough, I actually was playing a little bit of Half-Life 2 yesterday.
Do you play it on the computer?
I do.
Okay.
I can show it. I can show it to you after we're done with all this if you want.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I've known the meme like Half-Life 3, but until you showed me like the Half-Life Alyx thing, I didn't know what Half-Life was about at all. I kind of thought it had to do with vampires.
It's like no.
I don't know why.
It's like
But it's like the chicken aliens.
It's like some old school shit, you know.
Yeah.
Here, we'll just watch this
Okay.
announcement trailer.
Okay.
It's a short clip. For those of you who may not know what this is.
Alex, I'm here.
Oh, Al, like you play as Alex?
We can get this weapon.
Yeah.
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Ooh.
That's why
No
it's called
straight shot to the
Half-Life
vault.
Alyx.
I'm gonna head inside, find a way out.
Have you seen 9?
I'm with you.
I have. This does remind me of 9 quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
It's unloaded
Kind of weird though. Like really,
Oh, yeah.
really dark.
Oh,
really
yeah.
dark, like for animated film.
Yeah. I saw that shit in theaters.
I think they said it was the first like fully animated film that was rated PG-13.
Oh, it's PG-13?
That movie 9
damn.
is, yeah.
I saw it in theaters. Actually, I went with my ex when we were just friends, so that she could meet her boyfriend,
Find out what he knows.
like in the theater, and he never showed up
All this is my fault. I never told
till
you.
the end of the movie.
I'm so sorry, baby.
That's a really good movie.
You will not save him.
Is that Tim Burton? I
Expanse
think so.
alone cannot prevent
Not
his
important.
fate.
Don't worry about it.
Close your eyes, honey.
Okay, see, this looks intense.
Yeah. But anyways, it's the only downfall to something like this is it's a VR game. You have to spend like $1,000 to play this game. You have to get if you don't have the VR equipment.
Oof. That's
already.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
I don't think. Especially, I mean, the worst time it could come out too around the coronavirus.
Is it out?
Oh yeah, like it just came out like days ago.
Oh.
I mean, people are still playing it, but fuck.
That's the unfortunate thing. I mean, okay. Yeah, it's bad.
It's
to
good for
come
people
out,
that have money, I
but
guess.
also, yeah, because like people are at home right now. They have plenty of time to play video games. So
Yeah, I'm sure people have already beat it by now. You know.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know, and that's kind of the whole like tragedy with video games. That's why I'm like not really into it anymore. It's like, okay, you know, people can spend years and years and years playing a video game.
Yeah.
Then it just takes one nerd to like take a fucking Adderall and spend 20 hours trying to finish a game, and then whatever, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's like the beauty of it. It's like you can go at your own pace.
No, I agree.
Like
I agree, definitely.
like I admire those people who like can just like sit down and power through the entire game like in one sitting.
Like those speedruns and all that?
Yeah. Like I don't know, I feel like it takes a lot of passion, it takes a lot of drive to be able, like, I could never do that. Like games I love, like I still can't do that. It's no fun.
Interesting.
But like the games I love also aren't like that kind of game. So
well, I guess it's interesting with VR.
Yeah.
I saw there was actually a video I was watching the other day, or yesterday. It was a guy is on a treadmill and you know Skyrim, that game.
Yeah.
He does Skyrim.
Yeah, I started play that.
Did we watch that?
Well, we watched like speedruns, and then I also I have a game on your Xbox.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
the cat lady.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Quasimodo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But no, this guy like does like a VR. He does like a VR run like in this game. He has like a treadmill. Like he like walks with the game on the treadmill.
That's really cool.
He does like a 24-hour session in Skyrim VR. Like lives and does that for 24 hours straight. I don't know how anybody can do that. Be in Skyrim for 24 hours like that. Like that shit's kind of that scares me.
A lot.
People literally living realities like in a game like that.
I don't know. Like I've never done VR, so I don't know for sure, but like I just have a strong like separation of like reality versus fiction. Like that's why I don't cry at movies. I've never cried at a movie because I have there's just such a strong divide. I'm like, this is clearly not real. Like
I can't believe
I can't.
I cried watching a movie last week.
I've never.
Oh my God.
Okay. I mean,
I just don't understand.
I kind of, unless I cried at an anime one time. That's a show, though. That's not a movie.
Oh, you did?
I did.
So you did cry one time watching some media. Okay.
Yeah.
It was an anime. What was the anime called?
It was called Ano no Hana. Ano no Hana. Basically, this guy sees this little girl who died. They were best friends when they were kids. She died when they were kids. As a teenager, he sees her ghost. And like he connects with his old friend group that way. And then like the ending, it just, I don't know, fuck. It got me. That one got me, but that doesn't count because one, anime, and two, it was not a movie. Never cried at a movie. But like I have such like a strong divide between what's real and what's not real.
That's
so
good
like
to have,
I don't know if I was to like do like VR, if it would actually,
if it would fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see what you're saying.
like, you know, like people like when VR, especially when VR like first came out, there was a lot of like trippy shit, like roller coasters and like going on like elevator shit.
The lightsaber game.
Yeah. Like I don't
Crazy
know.
Shit.
I don't know if that stuff would like if I would actually feel like I'm in there, or if I would have like that cognitive dissonance where it wouldn't quite match up. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Like, could you see yourself getting like absorbed in that kind of shit?
Maybe. I don't know. I guess for me, I feel like I've never tried it, so I don't really know.
Right.
I feel like the gameplay, it's not as effective as like using a controller or using a PC.
What do you mean effective?
Like the mechanics that go into like using a VR, like having the sticks and like doing certain things with the sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thing that I have a gripe with in this game, and maybe it doesn't matter when you're actually in it, but like how they move.
Yeah.
They move with like a trigger. They like the trigger like points to where you move. They don't even have like a walking mechanism.
I see what you're saying.
And to me, like that really throws me off because that's a really huge part in gaming.
Yeah.
Is moving around.
I see. I don't know.
That's my skepticism.
Like, I don't do well with intense games in general. They make me nervous.
Video Game Donkey. He's a video game critic. He did a bit about Half-Life, and one of his criticisms about the game was like that the puzzles are just like this. It's like this 3D VR kind of thing that you have to do, and it's like really fucking complex and like just stupid and menial.
I see.
You know, because that's the big thing with a lot of these like video game releases is like they have certain mechanisms to like advance the story and like to keep things going forward, and sometimes they're just fucking moronic and like just stupid.
What's your favorite game you've ever played?
Fallout New Vegas.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's probably my all-time favorite game.
You have that on the Xbox, right?
I have it on Xbox. I have it on PC.
I started to play it then.
Yeah, I think you did.
I did, because the lizards. I shot these little lizards.
Yep, that's right.
It was fucking scary.
I don't know. I think it's like in its purest form. It's like that's like what a game is supposed to be. The possibilities are literally endless. Every time, years later, every time I pick up that game, I always find something new.
That's really cool. Like the games I mostly play, besides. Because, like, I mean, I grew up with a PlayStation, so, like, most of my favorite games are, like, PlayStation 1 games.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's OG, though.
Hell yeah. But, like, the other games I'm usually, like, drawn to are, like, lifestyle, like, story games.
I get that.
Like, I can play The Sims. Like, I can play that
but that's
shit
what I like about Fallout, though, is, like, that a lot of stuff is incorporated in the
Right.
gameplay. Like you have stats that you pick for your character, and those stats influence like certain mechanics in the story.
Does Fallout have an ending?
It does.
Okay.
It has actually the thing that's really cool about that Fallout is it has several endings. Like
that's cool.
Probably like 8 different endings, just depending on like who you side with, what you do. Like everything you do, like directly impacts your gameplay.
That's really cool. Like, a lot of the games I play end up, like, not having an ending.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you did this wrong, you just die, try again.
Like, I don't know, have you ever played, like, Stardew Valley?
Stardew Valley? What the fuck is that?
It's a farming game, like, on your computer and shit. That's
fucking weird.
No, it's a lot of fun. Or, like, yeah. I don't know, I watched some, like, Markiplier. Do you ever watch Markiplier?
Oh, that guy gets memed like for days.
I had a
he's weird.
Long time ago. Like I had a friend that was really into him, so then I started like kind of seeing what it's about.
Oh yeah,
like
I'm so into Markiplier. Oh, he makes my nipples hard. Oh.
I mean, he's gay.
Oh, is he
the friend that I?
Oh, the friend is gay.
He's been to see him like 3 different times on tour. Yeah. But no. But like I started watching him and like I saw him play that game, like Stardew Valley, and it was really good. It's a really fun fucking game. I don't know. I like those like lifestyle games that like don't really have an ending.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know, like intense games. Like I love watching people play games all the time, but like playing games myself.
Do you remember Farmville?
Yeah.
Do you remember the Dr. Phil Farmville mom?
No.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Let's pull that up.
I'd never played Farmville.
Let's end on a good note here.
A good note? Dr. Phil is a good note?
No, I'm just kidding. This has been a good episode, but...
Did you watch Dr. Phil?
No, I don't. Well, not really, but I mean, fuck. It's like...
That was my shit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What? Come on. Where's the lady?
What lady?
Where's the Farmville lady?
Like elementary, middle school, I used to come home and watch Dr. Phil. Like, that was my after-school activity.
This is probably just a meme, but...
All new Dr. Phil. Ridiculous fiction that's interfering with your being a mother.
Don't know why I'm choosing that. Don't know why I'm choosing that.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get out of Farmville.
Get out of Farmville.
Shit, we always give my mom shit for being like...
It was this like
addicted.
mom. Well, that was the thing. It was like this mom who's like not even taking care of her kids or doing like anything for the house. She was so into Farmville.
Oh, I can't imagine that. Like,
Get out of Farmville.
yeah, that's not.
kinda
like, that's
retarded.
not reality. You know.
It's not.
No.
At all.
Is math related to science?
Although sometimes you don't want to be in reality. I get that.
Molly, answer the question.
Is math related to science?
Yes,
It is.
it is.
And I think that is the note we're going to
Okay.
end on today. We're getting the 3 hour mark. This has been a hell of an episode.
It's a lot.
This has been a long.
I can't believe it.
I really.
Like, you can't even get me to talk like warming up.
I know, right? And you just like you've been you transitioned quite a bit. But anyways, we are ending our 9th episode of the McAllister Hours podcast. Stay tuned. Hopefully, we're gonna get RJ on here very, very soon.
From episode 1.
From episode 1. That's where he is from.
Yeah.
For episode 10. How ironic is that?
That works out perfectly.
Hopefully. Yeah, we'll see what happens to that. But if not, don't worry. There'll be more content. Plenty of content coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that. My mic sucks. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Y'all have a good night. Peace out. Jesus, that mic is like unacceptable.
Unacceptable. What are you doing? Jesus Christ.